Last time on Square Roots, we have fungal in the jungle on Havarl when we free some scientists, consult some sages, and slaughter a village of locals. Later, we engage in some past life regression therapy with a reluctant racist. In a past life, I didn't have a video game podcast. I can still almost remember the sensation of touching grass.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zant.
Hello, Jim.
And Vanessa.
Stay strong and clear.
Johnny is unfortunately absent this week. Big
Poor
time diarrhea.
Yeah.
He's got them
It's
die.
really bad.
That Rhea.
But if he were here, he would want me to say that this is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs one chunker at a time. This is episode 3. Episode 3. Episode 4.
Is it episode
of Mass
4?
Effect.
Episode
Mass
3.
Effect Andromeda.
Is it?
Episode. I don't
3.
know.
Is it 3? It must be. Is it?
No, it's 4.
Episode 4 of Mass Effect Andromeda. How far are we into this game?
Halfway?
Matt's Effect.
We're halfway done already?
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like
Maybe.
I feel like we've only done like 3 or 4 story. Well, I guess the story quests are really long. They're more like story chapters.
Yeah. I think we're about halfway, but I can't be sure. You know, we're playing it fast and loose with this game. We do the best we can, but we're not a game facts. We don't know how long these games are or what happens in them or anything about how to find that information. We're just kids.
We're just a big group of casuals.
We're just babies.
We're just baby kids playing video games.
Mm-hmm. Baby kids.
Speaking of video games, do you guys have any Hoot Gaming Goose?
Yeah. Today, as of the time of recording, there was a Nintendo Direct. Nintendo is still trying to be a real big boy console, and they announced some real big boy console games for the Switch 2, including Fallout 4 and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
That's crazy. Fallout 4.
Yeah. That's a
And
big boy
Oblivion
game.
Remastered.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, that's right.
Bomberman. Wait. I don't
Yeah.
think that fits the criteria.
No. But, yeah, I guess they're taking advantage of the Switch 2's increased processing power to import some games from the Xbox and the PlayStation, which I think is pretty smart because that's kind of the one market area that they haven't been able to compete in, and now maybe they can.
I mean, I think they've been doing that for a long time. Skyrim was on the Switch. Final Fantasy VII Remake was on the Switch.
Skyrim's on everything.
I don't know for sure. I didn't really play much of it, but the trailer for the Switch 2 version of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle looked pretty shitty to me.
I thought the game looked pretty good on Xbox.
Yeah, but even the Switch 2 can't quite do what the Xbox do. It does what the Xbox
doesn't have the power of the
don't.
Xbox.
That's true.
It can't harness
Yeah,
it.
it has games that people want to buy and not just subscribe to a service to get for free and otherwise don't use.
Wow, hot takes. But that's what gossip is all about.
I thought there was rumor or speculation that they were going to announce the release date of a Fallout 2 remake. Did that happen? I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about it.
No, I did hear about it in that I saw that is not what was announced. I don't remember what was announced. This is the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, right? That's already out on other consoles, I assume?
The Anniversary Edition is the one with the DLC and the mod support, right? Like the built-in mod support? I think. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. We
Nobody
can't
knows.
I
possibly
guess
know.
I mean, we don't have facts here. We're just goosing.
Yeah,
But
we're
I
just
know that
goosing.
when we play Fallout 4 for the show, I'll play it on my Switch. No, I'll probably play it on my
wow.
Xbox.
Fallout 4 is a great game. You can make tons of little bases and houses and have a real fun time.
I don't like any of that. They did
You
shadow
get to help out the railroad.
They did kind of shadow drop a Hollow Knight upgraded edition that if you already own Hollow Knight, you'll get the upgrade for free, which is cool. I do own it on the Switch, so I will probably download it. I've been thinking about giving that game another go, even though I tried it twice and bounced off of it. But I loved Silksong so much. Hey, speaking of the Nintendo Direct, you know what else got announced that I thought that I'm really excited about?
What?
The release date for The Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales, that's the game that's set in Philadelphia, was
I
announced
thought it
today.
was like Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Or something like that.
Philadelphia. And the release date is June 18th of this year. That's exciting. I mean, it looks, the title is terrible. But it's a Squeenix action RPG. I'm down for that. HD 2D. I'm very interested in trying that out.
Is it set in a contemporary Philadelphia?
No, it's a fantasy
It's
Philadelphia.
not actually Philadelphia. It's something like Phil Bedilda.
This is
or
the
something like that.
gossip section, and I'll say it's set wherever I want to say it's set. And I say it's set in fantasy Philadelphia. The end.
We might say things that are wrong, but we don't knowingly say things that are wrong.
I don't know that that's wrong.
It's okay to be wrong on accident. It's not okay to be wrong on purpose. That's just lying. This isn't the lying corner.
I thought gossip was just lies.
Sometimes.
Interesting.
What?
They also announced that Capcom Pragmata game.
By BLDia. Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Which, if that is not intentionally designed to sound like Philadelphia, I don't know what is.
Yeah. They also announced the new Capcom game Pragmata is coming to the Switch too.
Yeah,
What's
in April.
with this? It's got a little Baby Fresh backpack in it. You wear a little Baby Fresh backpack, and she uses her little Baby Fresh powers to help you out.
Yeah, you're a guy who has like a little robot girl on his back, and you have to fight robots, and you can only defeat the robots by using the girl to hack the robots, and then you shoot and or punch the robots.
I
to
can
weaken
hack
them. Or you
it!
weaken
Punching a
them with
robot
hacking,
sounds like
and
it
then
would
you kill
hurt
them.
your hand, though.
Not if you have
that's
robot
metal.
punching gloves.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought that was the new Blooper game, and I was really excited for Jim, and then I realized that it wasn't.
It's Bloober.
Blooper. That's what I said.
Bloob. What else did they announce?
Kyoto's...
What's Kyoto?
Kyoto Xanadu, the Persona-like game about being
This is
a
apparently
little
a sequel.
sequel to Persona. No, it is not. It's about a little anime boy. He goes to anime boy high school where he has to fight in a dungeon, and then during the day he increases his stats and makes friends. And that sounds like a Persona to me.
Tokyo Xanadu is a 2015 action role-playing game. And by the company that produces the Legend of Heroes series and the Ys series, which we know we're going to talk a little bit about Ys in a moment. So is this just that? Is this just a...
Yeah, I guess.
A sequel to Tokyo Xanadu?
Maybe it's not even a sequel. It is a Kyoto Xanadu. Oh, Tokyo Xanadu. This is Kyoto Xanadu.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess it is I don't know. I'm trying to look.
It must be. You can't have a game called Tokyo Xanadu and then you're like, I'm going to make a game called Kyoto Xanadu. It has nothing to do with Tokyo Xanadu.
Yeah,
why
would
I'm wondering, is
why
this
would you like Final Fantasy, right? Like all the Final Fantasies are sequels of one another, even though they have similar titles.
But it has to be associated in some way.
It is an official sequel. That's what I wasn't sure if this was a re-release of another game. So this is an official sequel to the Tokyo Xanadu game that came out in 2015. That's an interesting idea to 10 years later, 11 years later, release a sequel to a series that I've never even fucking heard of. But it looked pretty fun. It had some like side-scrolly Metroidvania looking elements as well as 3D action elements and a lot of Persona visual novel life sim style elements.
I'm afraid if I play it, I would want it to be Persona, and when it wasn't, I would be upset by that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this might sound dumb, but after deciding to give Unicorn Overlord a try and loving the hell out of it, I'm a little more interested in trying out weirder genres now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I have some hot gaming, Goose.
I don't think you do.
I do. Some big. It's kind of big. Valve has said that they are delaying the announcement of the pricing of the what's it called, the Steam
machine.
Steam,
Like you don't know. We all know you know.
And I was gonna say Steambox and the announcement of the release date because the price of hardware components has exploded.
Yeah.
Because billionaires are ruining everything.
Yeah, they're going to wait until the Supreme Court decides on the legality of the current U.S. president's tariff policy before they announce the price.
Well, they're probably going to decide in his favor because that's what they do. That's a bummer. So, yeah, what I saw was that the Steam Machine may be delayed.
Bummer? For some people. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's call that a bummer. We'll chalk that up to a bummer.
I'm
Yeah.
stoked about this whole thing. I'm stoked if it's affordable. If it's a grand, I don't want it. Like, that's just the truth.
Yeah, I think I can't imagine with the way things are priced right now, it would be less than a G, but who knows?
Honk.
I got some hot
Proceed.
gaming goss.
Excuse me, ma'am. I honked.
You didn't honk.
Oh, okay. Honk.
Too late.
I've got some hot gaming goss. It's not too late.
You
I just
can't
did it.
honk over my honk.
I didn't honk over it. I honked after it. And a
You're very rude.
subsequent honk defeats the honk.
Oh, man.
You can, as of right now, hop onto your computer and pre-order 2 brand new games. That's right, a new 2026 version of the Taskmaster board game and a brand new Taskmaster Escape Room game are available on the Taskmaster website. The Taskmaster Escape Group game can be played by just one person or many people. So, if like me, you have no friends who will play Taskmaster with you, you can play it all by yourself. I pre-ordered the Escape Room. I didn't pre-order the new version of the board game because I have 2 Taskmaster board games already, and I don't play them very often. Because, as I
Have you
said,
ever played them?
I have no friends who will play with me. Yes, I have played them, but I just, I'm not doing a lot of board game nights these days.
Well, if you would
Didn't
allow
you
us
say
into the
once
Vanessa
that-
wing of the Square Roots house, we would play with you, but we're banned.
Well, yeah, and the
Every time we
Chris's
even approach, the Chris's come out and threaten us.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're always like working out. They don't want to play board games.
And just to be clear,
I
that's Chris
remember-
Pratt, Chris Gaines, and Chris Farley, the ghost of Chris Farley. May he rest in peace.
Vanessa, didn't you tell us a story one time that you subjected some of your friends to a Taskmaster board game? Mm-hmm. Or was
I
that
sure
something I
did.
made up?
Nope, I
How'd that
did
go?
that. It went okay. We had fun, but they don't love it like I do. And they do their best for my sake, but it's like, they just don't get it, man.
What is it about Taskmaster? Like, if you could synthesize it down into a few words, what is it about Taskmaster that really rings your bell?
It's
British
creative.
boys.
It's
Cute
nice.
British boys. I mean, they're not cute, but she thinks they're cute.
And it's got British boys.
Native, nice, and British boys.
I would say that it has sort of a good spiritedness to it. And I don't know how to exactly describe why that is the case.
That's
but
weird
it
to
just
say
does.
because it's not true. They are
it's
they're
lighthearted,
extremely mean to Alex Horn. Extremely mean.
Yeah, but
I mean, have you seen him?
No, I'm not saying it's not deserved.
He's an obvious object of ridicule. I think Vanessa posted a picture of him, and I think I commented and said he looks like a guy who's on a list for jacking off in an airport bathroom.
You did say that. I did not post that picture. You saw that all by yourself in the wild when you were reading about NPR news.
To be fair, Johnny and I both do watch Taskmaster as well. I don't think I don't watch every season, but I've watched many seasons, and I do enjoy the show. It is quite good. But I think I watched like 15 seasons worth and was kind of like, I think I've had enough.
You kind of steamrolled through it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, because it's all on
jammed it
YouTube. But I came back for the Manzukis season because I love him, but I don't care that much. Honk, honkity honk honk.
Honked.
This is a smaller bit of goss, but I'm kind of interested in this, so I bought a game and streamed it one night by myself until Jim showed up and made me do something else. There's a game called Dread Delusion, which is an open world looking, maybe it's not a fully open world, but an open world looking throwback first person RPG. In the Elder Scrolls style that I had seen a few people stream a year or two ago and got pretty interested in to check out for myself, and I bought it one night and streamed a little bit of it. Unfortunately, it's on the PC, which I just don't play much. I'd rather play on my TV, which is great for me because it has finally gotten an official console announcement. So that's exciting. I might get it again on the Xbox and give it a try.
What is it called?
It's called Dread Delusion.
Dread Delusion.
It looks a lot like an old Elder Scrolls, almost like a Morrowind more than like an Oblivion or a Skyrim. Like real throwback graphics.
Oh, you played this on stream.
Yeah, and then you joined me, and I think we flipped over to something else.
Yeah.
I knew a woman with a bread delusion once. She thought that you could eat as much bread as you wanted to and not gain any weight because it didn't have very many calories.
Yeah, well, you can buy that carb-free bread. It tastes awful, but you can do that.
Carb-free bread? Wow.
You haven't seen that? Like,
Really
even
do live in
Nature's
the future.
Own has a carb-free label now. In my mind, Nature's Own is the biggest like supermarket bread, right? Like, what do you think? What do you buy?
What do you mean biggest? You mean like most popular supermarket bread?
Yeah.
Wonder Bread?
I don't know. I feel like white bread's kind of out. I
White
think
bread's
Wonder
out,
Bread
and
20 years
Dave's-
ago, 30 years ago.
Dave's Killer Seed
Dave's-
Bread is in.
Yeah, it sucks. It's gross. I've tried it. It's awful.
I like the thin slice. Then you get the seeds and no bread. It's the best
I
of
like
both
the
worlds.
seeds. I just don't like the texture. It's like chalky, but like slimy at the same time. It's not good. I don't
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
got like dust on it. That dust is the skeleton. It's made from bone dust.
Yeah,
Did
it
you guys
probably
know
is.
that?
Dave's
I've never
skeleton.
noticed it being
That
particularly
Dave
dusty.
guy is like a convicted murderer. Isn't
He is, yeah. I don't know if he's a murderer. He's some sort of felon.
Like manslaughter or something. I think it involved the death of another person.
He went to prison for years and years, and he spent his time in prison learning how to make bread. And now he sells it by the slice. It's not
That's
true.
cool.
He sells
Good
it by
for
the
him.
loaf.
Yeah, he sells it by the loaf.
He's loafing around.
You
They're
can
definitely
get a
selling other
half
stuff
loaf.
too. Nature's Own. I don't mean to come back to Nature's Own, but Nature's Own is now selling like they call them small loaves, and they're like half loaves, and they're like a little smaller slices. And I like to get the sourdough one because it makes amazing toast. But we don't eat that much bread. We don't eat a lot of sandwiches around here.
Yeah, I do like the smaller one because I don't eat that much bread either. And so it's nice not to just feel like I'm always having bread go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on a real kind of grilled cheese kick lately. Like it's easy when I'm like I don't like to spend a lot of I don't like to eat like a ton during lunch because then I want to take a nap in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, but I only have like 15 minutes, it's real easy to go in and jam out like a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'll do my go-to for that is an egg sandwich. Like 2 pieces of toasted bread, an egg, and a slice of cheese. Boom.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like if I eat too much lunch, I'm a dead man walking. Like I need kind of a light lunch. But what I'll do is have like some sort of sandwich or entree, and then have like no sides with it. Basically, like I don't need chips or I don't need any of that.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
Just give me a fucking sandwich, and I'm good.
You have too many carbs at lunch, you get sleepy.
Yeah. All right, I got one more piece of goss here that I thought was interesting. I had not heard about this until I was looking this evening. But apparently a Baldur's Gate TV series has been set for HBO from the guy that brought us Craig Mazin, is that his name?
Craig Mazin? Oh, he's a very popular like television producer.
Yeah, he did The Last of Us, right?
Yeah, and he did Chernobyl.
And the early goss is that it'll be a continuation of Baldur's Gate 3's story, though I don't know what that means exactly. They were all set pretty far apart time-wise, I think. So it might just mean that it's picking up the world from that time period and not...
Yeah, maybe like dealing with the fallout, or not necessarily fallout, but like taking place after.
Well, yeah, but kind of like how this Fallout show is set after the Fallout game, so they can kind of do what they want. Like they can pull stuff from the old things without adapting storylines.
Oh, you're right. It says in collaboration with Hasbro Entertainment.
Yeah, they own D&D.
Yeah. Game story in the works of HBO from Last of Us co-creator Craig Mazin and Hasbro, which is set in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. Will be taking on another hugely popular and acclaimed game title, Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3.
I need to play that. And also, pretty cool. Like, I like Dungeons and Dragons. I loved that last movie with Chris Pine. I thought it was amazing. I'm really upset. Not upset, but I'm bummed that we're not getting a sequel to that. I thought it was fantastic. I've always been a fan of the setting, so I'll be excited to see that on like an HBO show, you know? Like they do good stuff. In fact, it's kind of random, but I watched the last episode of Fallout last night, and then I turned on I didn't want to start Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 3 because it was really late, and I thought I'd watch half an episode of Peacemaker season 2 because I have not watched that season yet. I only watched the first 2 episodes like a few months ago and never picked it back up, even though I liked it. Anyway, I watched episode 3 and was like, oh yeah, I fucking love this show. They do good stuff at HBO.
I haven't watched any of Peacemaker season 2. Is it worth checking out?
Yeah,
I really liked the first 3 episodes. You know what, though? I did fall completely off of Last of Us season 2. Did not finish it.
I didn't either because I knew it would make me too sad.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe I'll roll back around to that, but I'm going to finish Peacemaker season 2 first. And I think I should have a new episode of Traitors tonight. So after we record, I'm probably going to watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms and then maybe Traitors, depending on how late we go. Which I don't think will be late because Johnny's not here. And also, we're not doing a real episode. This is like a weird, dumb, throw it at the wall episode.
This is a give Jim a chance to catch up on the game episode.
Yeah. I did. Listeners, in case you're curious, I did put together this Myrtle game that I mentioned last week. I've got a whole document, like a game document. I am excited to try it. I don't think it's going to work as well with 2 players. I think it needs 3 players.
Well, why don't we do it next week when we're doing our 500th episode bonanza?
Oh, that's a fun idea. Yeah, boy, we've seen this number approaching for quite some time. We've planned nothing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's kind of the story of the podcast.
Yeah,
we know we're going to be expected to do something, but we don't do it.
I feel like most episodes would like try to bring back old guests and like do fun stuff, and I think that what we will do is probably a pretty normal episode of the show. What's a real bummer is that if it turns into a 5-hour episode, I'm the one that's set to edit it, and I'm not happy about it.
I don't think we should do a normal episode at all. I think we should set Andromeda aside for next week and just have some fun, play some Myrtle, talk about maybe our, 500th favorite episode moments, Like, we'll all make a list of our 500 most favorite things that happened on the show, and then we'll go through it.
That's a great idea, actually. Mm-hmm. And some of them will be like 300 to 400. Baby fresh eyes.
Yeah. We can talk about our 5, best or worst games we've done for the show. We used to do ranking all the time, but
Yeah.
now we have
can
too
bring
many
back
games.
everybody's favorite characters. Sexy Grandma.
Sexy Grandma.
Rachel Slurs.
That's
Yeah.
nobody's favorite character.
George Lucas.
George Lucas. Yep. Beloved George Lucas. All right. Well, we're giving away. We're giving it away. Let's make the listeners wait for next week to see what the impromptu thrown together at the last minute episode 500 will be.
Yeah.
How the
Listeners-
fuck have we done 500 of these things? What the shit? What the fuck?
Listeners, if you have any special messages for our 500th episode, write in to squarerootspodcast@gmail.com.
That's a great
Let us know.
idea. That's an excellent suggestion,
Yeah.
Vanessa. Thank you. All right. Well, we do have a quest log to talk about tonight, but before we do that, maybe we should talk about our streams. Jim, we started a new game last night.
Sure, yeah. After he rage quit System
Rage
Shock 2 Remake, and after much deliberation, Matt decided that he would play Ys Origins. Is that what it's called?
Ys Origins.
Ys Origins, which is like a French action RPG by Falcom.
Why is it a French action? Are they
Don't they speak French? They're speaking French.
is Falcom a... That's a Japanese company.
Nihon
Why? You were the
Falcom.
one that started talking about it being a French game, and I don't know where it came
Yeah,
from.
because they're speaking. I'm saying French as in like they're speaking French in the game.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's true, but it is definitely a Japanese video game developer. Ys, The Legend of Heroes, and the Trails series, which I thought was the Legend of Heroes series, is what they are known for. And this Wikipedia says, in fact, I remember this from the book that I recently read, that Falcom is known for popularizing the use of personal computers in Japan. That's neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, I started playing Ys Origins, and it is pretty fun. That's an action JRPG series. This is a prequel to the mainline series. I did look it up afterwards. Roy is the main character, the redheaded guy Roy of the Ys series. So it's funny that there's a blue-haired guy named Roy in this Origins game. So I'll be playing that for the next few weeks. Come join us on Wednesdays on YouTube, not on Twitch. We don't like Twitch.
Why did we
his name's-
decide to start streaming to YouTube and not Twitch?
His name is not Roy, it's Adol. I'm dumb.
Adolf?
Yeah, Adol, A-D-O-L.
Oh. Huh. Well, yeah, check that out. It's youtube.com/squarerootstthestream/Ys-origins.
You know why we decided to do YouTube? Because I don't like Twitch's monetization setup. I feel every time I watch somebody on Twitch, not everybody, I watch many of our listeners and our Discord members on Twitch, and they're normal. But anytime I turn on Twitch, it is basically people begging for bits, which to me feels like you're fucking busking
Yeah.
or something. Like, I just don't like it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just trying to have a good time with my friends. You know, I want to push people to the Patreon, obviously. So I can't pretend like I'm not trying to make any money off of it. But at the same time, like, I am not asking people for fucking buy subscriptions for people and send me biddies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it. I won't do
I mean,
it. Like, it's
we
just
say
that ain't
make
me, dog.
money. The Patreon just keeps the lights on, really.
No, it's not.
We're not paying our rent with Patreon money.
God, I wish we could pay our rent with Patreon money.
Yeah, if you'd like us to pay our rent with Patreon money, subscribe at the $10,000 a month level. There's nothing stopping
I
you.
should do it.
There's nothing
That should
stopping
do
you.
it.
It would be hilarious. We would be so, like, surprised. It would be so fun and funny. What a prank.
Yeah, we call that, like, that would be a fun game to play. If, like, our listeners just started giving us thousands of dollars, that would be hilarious.
Anyway, come check us out over on YouTube. It is a good, fun time. We stream Wednesday nights, and Jim also often streams solo just for funsies because he's bored. What are you streaming right now as your funsies just for board game?
Right now, it's Alan Wake 2.
Oh, yeah, I got to watch that.
It's super fun and awesome. Alan Wake 2, one of the best games ever.
It is a
should
great game.
finish it.
Yeah, you should. It's
Should.
fantastic.
Pretty great.
I wonder how far into it I was.
Not very. It's not like Jim. You only stream for like 2 hours one night. It's
yeah,
not like
but
Jim
I
and I
played a
have
whole bunch on my own in secret.
No.
How far did you get?
I went through a dream subway and found a dream apartment in a dream world.
So you did the first
You
Alan
went to Coffee World,
section.
didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Coffee World, yeah.
Okay, so you're like right
A third of the way through the game.
Yeah, you're about a third of the way, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, don't just check out our YouTube, though. There's another YouTube channel that you also may like. It's not a streaming channel. That's right. It's a video essay channel. It's called Bears in Games Neo. It's Johnny's special little guy, his own little place to get all the demons out of his head about CRTs and gay gaming and drivey shooty open world action games. Bears and Games Neo is Johnny's channel. We want to give it a plug, obviously. We do it every week. It is a great channel that I love. He recently released an episode about it was one of his 4x3 episodes. He played a bunch of games in 4x3 on an actual CRT television, which is like saying ATM machine. But he played a bunch of games on a CRT and released a video, and it was fun and funny and great, like always. And if you have, for some reason, if you listen to the show and you have not checked out Johnny's channel, what are you doing, man? It's fucking great. I get not everybody's into the whole YouTube
of Johnny.
thing.
It's so cute.
It's great. It looks great, and the artist did a fantastic job. I really love PNG tuber Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Thank you,
What's
Matt,
up
for
next?
that. Now it's time for the Quest Log Side Quest Log Corner.
Yeah, right, Lucy. Get out of here. Don't you okie dokie me.
We're just going to talk some side quests. We're just going to have a fun chat. We're just going to have a chill good time because this is an episode about playing a video game, not for a chunker per se, but just for a chill good time to see what's out there. These open world games, they got a lot of stuff. And we saw some of it. And guess what? I'm going to put these two on the spot. Get ready to be spotted. Spot number 1 goes to Jim.
Whoa, I'm going to talk about The First Murderer.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
I am.
So
I love true
when
crime.
You go to,
I don't love true
if you
crime,
go to the
actually.
Nexus, if you go to the Nexus and go to, I think it's Operations, you can find a lady there. Her name is, hold on, she's a Turian, and her name is Mariette. And you find her, and she's like, oh no, my husband has been arrested for murder, but he didn't actually commit the murder. He's innocent. You got to help him. So you're like, whoa, that sounds serious. You go talk
Why so serious? Am I right?
Why so serious?
Am I right, guys?
You go talk to the guy, and
Joke
he's
of him.
like, I was on EOS, and I thought we were going to die, and I had a heated argument with my captain, who was my friend, and in the midst of the sandstorm, and in the heat of our argument, he was somehow killed, but I didn't do it. And you're like, wow, that sounds crazy, man. And you go talk to the security guy. What's his name? Sergeant Aker. You go talk to Aker.
Sergeant Aker.
Yeah, Well, no, Sergeant Aker is the guy who's like in front of his prison. This guy's name, by the way, the guy who's in jail, his name is Milken.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird. His name's Milken. You have to go speak to Kandros. Tyrion Kandros is the guy who's the security guy. So Kandros is like, yeah, we heard all about it, apparently. And then you talk to a witness who was there, and you're like, yeah, I guess like they were arguing. There was a lot of words thrown around, and then all of a sudden the captain's chest exploded, and he was dead. And everyone just assumed that it was Milken because of the argument that they had.
And also because he loves
Milken
chests, am I right? Milken loves Milken.
Yeah, Milken.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Even his wife
Kieran,
calls him that, which is weird.
Yeah.
She would know.
Kieran says you can listen to a recording of the argument, and it sounds pretty bad for old Milken. Old Nilky.
Yeah, doesn't he say, I'm going to kill you in the argument?
Yeah, something like that. Or he says, like, I'm not going to die here with you, or something like that. And so you go and talk to a witness whose name is Cassidy, and she says there was a sandstorm. Nobody actually saw the murder, but there was just a lot of screaming. So you're like, you go talk to Tan. Tan tells you that he was convicted, and that's, it's important that as this case is the first murder, they kind of do an exemplary job of it so that people have faith in the kind of criminal justice system on the Nexus.
No way. I do not like this.
What?
Because that actually happens, like someone is prosecuted and then new evidence arises or something, and the prosecutors are like, yeah, but we worked so hard to get this prosecution, and shouldn't we just have that? And what if we don't turn over the new evidence? And then it ends up costing taxpayers like $5 million when it comes out that they wrongfully imprisoned some dude.
I did appreciate that Tan is open to the possibility of him being innocent. He's very concerned about like the public's perception of how they are handling it, but he does ultimately realize that it's more important to be fair and to exemplify trustworthiness than it is to just lock in a conviction.
Yeah.
For the sake of punishing someone for the death of another. Which I thought was a very level-headed way to approach the situation. But nevertheless, he tells you that you can go to EOS and see if you can find out the truth for yourself. So that's what we do. We go to EOS. We find the body, but it has been torn apart by those little bug things. The Kirkins, I think they're called. Little Kulkins. Little Kieran Kulkins.
Little Kieran Culkins.
There's a bunch of little Kieran Culkins running around, and they've kind of drugged the body and his armor to a bunch of different places on this little area of EOS. So you have to find his little body chunks, scan each of them, and eventually find his Omni tool, which is in a Kieran Culkin nest. And what you find is a recording in his Omni tool that tells you what happened, and they did have an argument, and the captain was shot, but not by Milken. He was shot by a Ket rifle through the back, and it exited his chest. But you do hear a recording of Milken saying that because Milken actually thought that he had killed him, he shot him and missed, that he was glad that he was dead. So even though Milken didn't kill him, he still meant to. That was his intent, was to murder his captain. And so I like that I don't remember which character it is. I think it's actually Ryder who listens to it and then he says, oh shit. It is kind of a complicated situation. So technically Milken is innocent of, the actual murder of his captain, but he did attempt to murder his captain.
Which is also a crime.
Which is also a crime, yeah. So you can choose to either exonerate. Can you exonerate him? Yeah, you can exonerate him. Or you can exile him. I chose to exile him.
Whoa, wow, what a miscarriage of justice. Outrageous.
What are you talking about?
He still committed a crime. That's an exilable crime.
It's not an exilable crime, and I'll tell you how I know. Because I exonerated him, and he was sentenced to the appropriate term for attempted murder, which is, of course, community service.
Community service for attempted murder?
Yeah, that's what they do. They put him on, like, extra community shifts or something.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a light punishment, considering he's not just guilty of attempted murder, insubordination.
I don't think he is guilty of attempted murder.
How is he not? It's on tape.
In
what way
sense?
did he attempt to murder him?
Well,
he shot at him.
He shot at him with a gun with the intention to kill him.
It just sounds like an accident. I was out hunting. How am I supposed to know what's going on?
I would believe that if there wasn't a recording saying, "I'm glad I killed you."
He doesn't say, I'm glad I killed you. He said, I had to do it, old friend.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah,
video,
something like
too,
that.
though, of him crouching over the corpse over and over again, you know? Teabagging
Yeah.
it.
He teabags him.
I did
That's the real
find
crime.
it strange that because there's all this dialogue and he's like, well, now you have to let me go. I'm like, I don't have to let you go. You're still an attempted murderer. That's a serious crime.
Yeah.
That's and he's just like, no, I'm totally innocent. I'm free. But I did tell the truth and he got a very light sentence. But
Yeah.
I guess part of the idea is that people are such a limited resource in the new galaxy that unless they've done something truly egregious that's exilable, an exilable offense, they have to stay and help out the community.
Yeah. So what you're
Yeah,
saying
and-
is that the sentient species in the Andromeda galaxy aren't people. Am I understanding you correctly?
100%.
They just, like,
I'm saying
don't
that.
matter.
You seen these like stingray looking fuckers? Those aren't people.
You can find Milken later. So if you exile him, you can find him later, I guess, according to the wiki, in some slums, and his wife has chosen to stay with him, and they're actually living a happy life
Oh.
Wow. So Jim did the
with
right thing.
other exiles. Yeah, I think that's the best. I think that's the option that gives you the best outcome for the characters is exile.
Wow, you think the best outcome for this guy who you have just said is a murderer is to live a happy life with his wife?
He
I don't know why
still gets his
exile is
punishment,
not a reasonable
and-
punishment for somebody
Yeah.
that is an attempted murderer.
Because a reasonable punishment is community service by their own
No, it's
system
not.
of justice.
That's not a reasonable punishment.
I think Vanessa is trying to establish a precedent to where if she attempts to murder us in the Square Roots house, we just give her like extra dish duty or something instead of making her leave.
Well, thank you for that summation of the first murder, Jim.
My pleasure.
I would like to talk about the Glory Seekers.
What's that?
This is a quest that I did on Vold. I went and talked to an Andaran priestess named Rashwa Lin. And first she talked a little bit about the Andaran religion. I was like, what's going on with, like, I don't see a lot of churches and stuff. And she said, we don't do that. We don't do churches. We don't do anything like that. You just kind of have to be faithful on your own. And we don't really talk about it. And there's not a lot of formality. I'm here to help people if they need some guidance. But faith is strongest when it's private. And I was like, right on, Rashwa Lin. You get it. Go into your innermost
Are you
room
like
and
opening
pray.
a
Am I
candy
right?
in your hands or something? Is it just me? Jim, are you hearing this?
Yeah, there's
Slow
some type of
unwrapping of-
crinkle. Yeah. Are you unwrapping a Werther's?
It was a
Is that a
Ricola.
is.
Ricola?
It is, in fact, a Werther's original.
So she tells us about some Andarans named the Glory Seekers, who she believes are kind of death wish kamikaze warrior types. And
Yeah, they're super
she
into
doesn't
glory
like it.
holes, and she thinks that that's inappropriate. She's a
Yeah.
prude, you know?
Yep. They're just out there looking for glory holes, which you don't need to do that
Glory
in
holes.
2026. You can just go on the internet and probably there'll be a map of like where they are in your area.
Yeah, you don't have to go to every hole in your area and put your dick in and see what happens. You can look it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just go
But
to
you know,
your...
that's the thrill. That's the thrill. Is there going to be
Yeah.
a person on the other side of this? Or is there going to be a bunch of cockroaches?
That's what I never understood about. Remember that politician?
Cockroach, is that a pun?
That politician who was caught in like
Always
an
has been,
airport
Jim.
bathroom tapping his foot to try to get some kind of hookup or something. Mm-hmm. It's like, don't just go to a normal bathroom. Go to like a adult store and probably
Maybe
there'll
it
be
was
one.
maybe it was a well-known gay hookup bathroom.
I remember reading a news story. This was some years ago, but I think it was in Florida. The police had gotten or seen on the internet on some forum or gotten a tip that there was a bunch of people in a park like who were planning on having like an orgy, like people out there doing I can't remember the term for it, but
Doing
they're
sex
going out there having
crimes,
an orgy.
I think is what you're trying to say.
So the cops went and showed up, and it was all elderly people
Oh no.
who were just grinding and humping each other.
Speaking of sex crimes, I meant to mention this during our Hot Goss segment. Y'all hear that I think Amazon has picked up the rights to make a sex criminals show?
What
Sex criminal
do
show?
you mean?
There's a comic
Yeah.
book series called Sex Criminals about people that have magic or like superpowers, but only when they're doing it and orgasming.
Huh.
It's pretty good. I think it's Chip Zdarsky, who's a fantastic comic book writer.
Will
I
it
read the
be a
first couple of trades and thought it was really
cartoon?
great. I don't know. I hope not.
Will it be a crossover with the Invincible universe?
No, it's not a crossover with the Invincible universe. That would be pretty funny.
Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah, Zdarsky and Fraction are both fucking great. Those are good writers.
Wow.
It's about a couple who discovers
very
they can
lauded.
stop time when they orgasm, which they use to rob banks.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fucking great concept, dude.
Oh, interesting. I like that the fourth edition is called 4G. I was looking at the names of the different editions.
I get it. I get the joke.
The fifth one is called 5 Finger Discount, and the sixth one is called 6 Criminals. Oh, the second one is called 2 Worlds, 1 Cop. And the first one is called 1 Weird Trick. That's great.
It's a good series. You should check it out.
That's pretty great. Oh, they have a special issue called Sexual Gary Special.
I don't like that.
Gary.
Yeah, who's Gary?
I don't know. Got to read the comics to find out.
So we go meet the Glory Seekers, and they're just like some kind of Chad dudes. They're like, we love killing cat, it's the best. And they say to you, hey, don't you like killing cat? And I was like, well, I do it because I have to, not because I enjoy it. And they're like, yeah, that's because you haven't been all, at war with the cat your whole life. But we freaking
Are they aware
love...
of the big twist that we revealed last week about the cat being Ingarans?
They don't seem to be. And that's, kind of one of the flaws of this game is that it oftentimes certain dialogue won't fit into the timeline of what's going on in the larger world.
I've noticed that. It's really bad.
I ran into a couple bugs on my, like when I was catching up and doing like the first murder side quest. I ran into a few different audio bugs actually. The funniest one was when two characters are having a conversation when you're driving the Nomad. Sometimes one of the characters' lines will not ever play. Mm-hmm. So it's like one character having a one-sided conversation with themselves.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that as well.
I haven't gotten that. I'll tell you the bug that I keep getting is that the ground is missing. Mm-hmm. Just
Like,
fully
does it
fucking
render at all?
invisible ground. So there'll be rocks and like buildings poking out of the ground, and they will all be... You'll just have nothing underneath you.
It wasn't a bug per se, but when I was driving around Vold, I had Liam in my party, and he kept saying things like, how are we ever going to settle here? And are we going to have to live in igloos when we, build a settlement here? But I'd already built a settlement, and he had been there. So it's like he forgot. I don't know. I've noticed a few times some of the dialogue just doesn't fit in with what has actually happened in the game. But these guys, they say that their whole deal is that they want to die fighting Ket because they think that if they do that, they can have a blessed rebirth, which is in their next life, they will remember their current life and basically be born as some kind of
super
enlightened.
Smart.
Yeah. Enlightened Andaran. So they say one of their pals, Tej, has gone to take down a cat station all on his own. And you could be like, well, what if he doesn't succeed? And they say, well, either he'll die, which is great because then he can have his blessed rebirth, or he'll chicken out, and in which case you'll have doubt and a shrinking heart and you won't be able to have a blessed rebirth anyway. And we're like, well, that sounds dumb. So we decide to go help out Tej. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. As long as Ket die, you can go help. So we go on over there.
Tej from the Van Wilder movies?
Yep. We go on over there.
He has that whole Legend of Tej movie of his own.
You must...
Is that real?
You must know that I have never seen a Van Wilder movie. Like, we've never talked about it, but you must know in your heart that I'm not going to know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Have you ever seen An American Pie?
Yeah.
I mean, the first Van Wilder movie is better than the fucking American Pie movies.
I don't know that I've ever seen Van Wilder.
I haven't. I only
It's
saw
got-
the
I saw
first
that movie
American
Waiting.
Pie.
It's got old Ryan Reynolds being real schmarmy, and somebody replaces a bunch of cannolis, the cream in a bunch of cannolis, with dog cum, which is hilarious.
Ew.
Why were comedies in the 2000s just why did they just want to make you puke? It's gross.
It just always seems like
lot of
such
cum jokes.
lazy writing to me. But I don't know, maybe that's the best they can do. So we head on over to find Tej, and Tej is kind of near the Angaran base, hiding behind a rock, and he's like, oh man, I don't want to do this, I'm gonna totally die. And you can talk to him and be like, are you sure, like, this is what you want to do? And he goes, well, you know, I've never actually met someone who had a blessed rebirth, so I'm not even sure if it's real, but if I doubt it, then I definitely won't get a blessed rebirth. And so I kind of talked him through it, and I'm like, you know, your questions are good, and that shows that you're thinking critically, and there's nothing wrong with that. And hey, how about we all go together and take over this base? Wouldn't that be nice? And he's like, yeah.
What if I kill all these cat for you?
Yeah. Well, you can tell him to, like, just leave, or you can tell him that you'll help him. I told him that I'd help him, but then I did hop into my car and drive there before he could even run over there and kill all of them before he got there. And then once he got there, he's like, we
That's what
did
he gets for not having a car.
Yeah. He's like, we did it, but I don't know if I want to go back to the Glory Seekers. I'm just having so many doubts. And you can either tell him to go back or do what I did and say, why don't you go talk to this priestess, Rashwa Lin, and see if she has some advice for you. And he's like, yeah, I always liked her. I'll go talk to her. And that was my adventure with the Glory Seekers.
I think you should have told him to go back to his friends, you know?
Well, I didn't. I told him to go to church. The same advice that I give you every single Sunday. And do you ever listen to
That's
me?
true.
No.
No, not even a little bit. I did a quest.
When Vanessa says go to church, she means watch Taskmaster.
Of course that's what I mean.
While listening to that song, I can't remember the name of the band, the Take Me to Church, you know? Just on loop.
Is that I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's one of those newer bands that I heard like once, and I was like, I don't care about
Open
this.
a task. Do, 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 do.
I did a quest called The Missing Science Crew on Vold.
Ooh.
There was a lady. All right, so first, can I establish that the side quests in this game fucking roll off of my brain like water off a duck? I nothing these quests.
Most of them
That's how I feel
are...
about some of the characters in this game.
Yeah. Most of them are go to 10 places and collect 10 things. And then
I read the dialogue. I do not have the patience to sit through the voice acting. I apologize to the voice actors of the world. I do read the dialogue. I'm not a monster, but I also I'm like, yeah, okay, go here. Got it. I'm on my way. You speak with someone named Priya who tells you who on Vold in one of the spots. She tells you that her science crew is missing and she wants you to go find them. And so you do, and what you find is bodies, corpses. They dead.
Why are they dead?
Why are they dead? That's a good question. You scan the bodies, and Sam kind of points you towards the culprit, and so you follow it, and what do you find? No, not a bunch of cat. No, not some sadistic killer. What you find is a remnant architect. What's a remnant architect? It's a big old robo-octopus.
Whoa.
Now,
Robo-squid.
I
Big is
did
it?
some research on this. Oh, go ahead.
How big is it?
Do you think I took measurements? What are you asking me right now?
It's real big.
Yeah, like when you say big, what do you mean? Like the size of a car?
No, it's like the size of a fucking blue whale, but it's flying around in the air.
Did you kill it?
I sure did. You basically have to fight this thing. It's this huge remnant monster, and you have to do a kill of it, but you can't kill it actually, but you can. What do? You fight it.
You
until
interface
knock
with
it
it.
out, and then you interface with it. That's right. And that allows you don't control it, but you reset it. And it just flies off into space, and then once you leave Vold, it'll be out there as a discoverable little area. Sorry, my cat decided to just jump right in front of me and then jump away. Just cool.
She's a good kitty. Talk us
She
through
sees
this
me
fight,
talking.
Matt.
She hears me talking and thinks I must be talking to her. Mm-hmm. Who else could this idiot be talking to? I'm the only one around. The fight was tough, and I actually died a few times. First of all, the environment sucks on Vold at this point. In fact, I'm almost positive that I had done the monolith quest. But it's still, I still died from the fucking environment, the life support failing. At least once, which was obnoxious.
I have a real, honest to goodness question about this. How do I use the backup life support?
I can't use it either.
I put it in my
can't
inventory.
use it either.
I favorited it and put it in my inventory and your favorites, and then I go to select it as a consumable, and it doesn't do anything.
I don't know, Jim.
It does absolutely
I think it's
nothing.
Just
is that a
broken.
bug?
I think it's a bug.
Is that a bug? I
I've
think it's
never
bugged.
tried to
What the
use
fuck
it.
you-
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't do anything.
Legitimately, I have the exact same experience. It's wild. It must just be a fucking bug. I just took it out of my inventory because it's this doesn't work. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Anyway, it is a tough fight. You kind of have to shoot its legs out from under it. It fires missiles and big beams and scatters grenades around you. You have to move around a lot. You have to shoot its legs out, and then that'll kind of knock it over and allow you to shoot the head. It has a big mouth that opens and closes. And when you knock its legs out, the mouth or whatever, the armor opens up, and you're able to lay into it, and it kind of moves around. You kind of get it down to a third of its. You knock off a third of its health, and it moves locations. You have to chase it down. But
It also
was cool.
electrifies the environment around it. So you
maybe
start
that's
taking
what got
electric damage if you're under it directly.
I was not under it directly, so I don't know I don't know.
I was reading about these, and it's speculated. Nobody ever. They didn't go back to bother to flesh out any of this world after this game was released, obviously. But it's speculated that these were giant machines created by the people that created the race that created the remnants to what's the word I'm looking for? To basically excavate places that would be suitable for a monolith location on a planet.
Oh, that would
So
make
they're
sense.
big
Yeah,
earth movers,
yeah, they look like big squids.
terraforming machines. Yeah.
And so anyway, once you defeat it, you're able to interface with it, which kind of turns its attack mode off. It resets it, and then it flies up into the atmosphere where it just kind of hangs out. And when you leave Vold, you can kind of go down to it and get, I don't remember, you get some experience or some minerals
Research
or something.
data or something.
Research
yeah, there's
data
one
or
on
something.
there's one on EOS as well that you can find.
Yes, I saw that when I was looking up this quest to remind me of what the fuck happened. It does what a lot of the remnant areas will do, which is that it spawns little monsters for you to kill. But it was cool. It was a good, cool, fun fight, and I liked it. It took me a couple of tries, but eventually I knocked it out and tamed it.
I don't think
And then I
you
had to
ever...
go back to the lady and be like, hey, your friends are dead, but the good news is I fought a huge monster.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that you have to do this fight, but I like that the game has it in it. Like, if you're someone who likes a little bit of more complex combat and, like, phased boss battles like this, it's fun that they put that in there.
Yeah, it was a good fun time, and I'm glad that I discovered it.
Neat
I was
world
not looking
building,
for it.
too.
I just kind of ran into it and was like, "Whoa, giant fucking monster!"
The one thing I didn't like is when I started to fight it, and I don't know if it's because I did the one on Vold before EOS, it appeared and Ryder was like, "It's an architect." And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you've never seen this before in your life. Did you just decide to call it that? Is that like...
How do you make a game so poorly? Like, how do you not think?
Yeah, well, here's how. You have a limited staff and a smaller budget than you expect, and then you get about halfway through development, and the publisher is like, "Hey, this has to come out now, actually."
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really care what kind of shape it's in. Make sure it's playable and put it out
game
there.
production.
And most importantly, make sure that it has multiplayer components and microtransaction to buy your multiplayer points, because that's what people are really going to want out of this game.
I think
Chris that's what the Mass Effect players wanted.
Yeah, I think Chris in the YouTube chat last night said, maybe it was Chris, it may not have been. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Somebody said that they had joined a multiplayer match, and halfway through, somebody joined them, and they were like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, weird.
One person is still playing this.
That's amazing.
What's next?
Yeah, let's see. Next, do you have anything else you want to talk about, Jim?
I mean,
how about these nuts?
I also did the PB drone quest.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Not much to say about those things.
It's true. I mean, they're just testicles. Everybody's seen them. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah, it's where you store your pee.
Yep. That's where your pee stays. That's why when you wake up in the morning, your balls feel really full.
Yeah.
That's why ladies don't
Vanessa
pee.
loves this.
Yeah, that's why ladies don't pee. But then how come ladies don't poop either? Where's the men's poop stored?
I guess in the what's it called?
In the butt cheeks?
No, what's that thing that men have?
Ladies have butt cheeks.
That thing that men have.
The thing that men have a penis?
No, and you go in their butt and you poke it.
Women
A
have
prostate. A prostate.
Women have a prostate?
Poop is stored in the prostate.
Women have prostates?
I don't think so.
Hey, listeners, if you know about
Googling
women
this.
and if they may or may not have prostates.
Women have a prostate. Women do not have a prostate. Okay. All right. I can admit when I'm wrong.
I think I would have known if I had a prostate.
It's called
women
a
possess a
prostate
structure
on
known
women.
as Skene's glands, which are sometimes called the female prostate. Female.
Can you milk a Skene gland like you can milk a prostate?
You can milk a prostate? Please don't
Yeah,
ever
you
say
can-
that fucking sentence to me again. I never want to hear it again.
I think that's just like a porn thing.
Why do you know that?
Yeah, how
You
do
didn't
you
know you
know
can
that?
milk a prostate? They do it. They do
stop.
it in.
I said I don't
one
ever
of the
wanna hear that
American Pie
sentence again.
movies. Speaking of American Pie, Stifler gets his prostate milked in one of those.
Oh, why do you keep saying it? Ugh. All right, well, I'm going to go throw up. I'll be back.
Do Angarans have prostates?
We'll find
And can
out,
you
I'm
milk
sure,
them?
as we continue to play this game.
Do you think the Angarans store their pee in their like heads squid things?
What else would they store there?
It's a good point.
Maybe like one side is for pee and the other side is for ejaculate.
Don't get them confused.
Ejaculate.
We use proper terminology on this show.
That's the ejaculate cannot be proper terminology. It's semen.
It is semen, but ejaculate is like what semen is.
Well,
Ejaculate is
ejaculate
just a
is more the
description of
act.
how it come out.
Yeah.
No, ejaculate is like what you call something that you ejaculate. Like if I ejaculated hot lava, it would be hot lava, but it would still be ejaculate. If I ejaculate sperm, it's sperm, but it's also ejaculate because I ejaculated it.
Yeah, I hate this conversation.
I had some meatloaf for dinner, and when I went to put the ketchup on the plate, it ejaculated some of that like liquid that sometimes pools up in a ketchup thing.
Oh yeah.
Before it's
I
like
hate
the
that.
Ketchup
actual
water,
ketchup.
gross.
I had a roast beef sandwich for lunch today, and I ejaculated some mayonnaise and some mustard all over that thing.
What I wonder what the definition of ejaculate is, and if we're using it correctly.
I hope not.
Ejaculate just means ejaculate means to eject semen from your body.
No, it doesn't.
Or ejaculate is a reference to semen that has been ejected from the body.
Okay,
So
but
neither
I
of
guess-
those descriptions match the way you used it, because you said, do
They
they store
100% do.
ejaculate in their flesh tubey neck things?
I guess you could say
used
sperm.
it
Yeah,
as a
they store
noun.
their sperm. Yeah, it's not. Well, it is a noun. Ejaculate is a noun.
but what
but
And
it's
also
about
a
not been
verb.
ejaculated.
You can-
It's not
you can
ejaculate. And
you
this is
can
not a
ejaculate-
conversation I ever wanted to have in my
It is
fucking
ejaculate.
life.
It's like it's potential ejaculate because it's like ejaculate that hasn't yet been ejaculated.
what about Dr. Watson and how he always ejaculated in Sherlock stories?
Oh, he ejaculated all the time. That's true.
I think we've talked about ejaculate more than we talked about Mass Effect and
He'll
Andromeda.
be like, Sherlock ejaculated the clues or whatever.
No, it's true.
metaphor.
In,
Ejaculated. He ejaculated his theory to Watson.
it's true that Dr. Watson ejaculates 11 times throughout the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Does he?
Yep. For example, thank God I ejaculated from my very heart. That is a quote.
Oh. Wow. See, it's a literary term. I'm smart.
Wild
Yeah.
that you know that off the cuff.
I
Wild.
did know that off the top of my head. And what were we talking
There's
about?
some interesting. Yeah, what were we talking
Ejaculation,
about?
apparently. Can you take us on, please? Tell us about something else. Anything else.
I can't remember what quest we were talking about. Oh, Jim was talking about
I think-
Peavy and her robot.
Yeah, I was going to mention that one.
No,
you can talk
that's
to PV. Oh yeah, Matt was going to talk about that.
And I'm not going to talk about it right now. I just did one.
Okay. I will
So-
talk about finding a missing
Okay.
Angaran scout on Vold. This is another Cold Planet quest. It's a pretty little short one. You just talk to someone whose friend went missing during a raid on a Ket base. The base was destroyed, and this Angaran says, I know my friend. She's an expert survivalist. If anyone could survive, she could, but no one will send anyone to look for her, and there hasn't been radio communication. So I'm like, sure, I have nothing better to do. I'll drive my little car out there and have a look around for her. So you drive your little car out there, and you can sort of find a tiny little entrance to this destroyed base, and it's all busted up on the inside, but you hear a voice. You need to do a little bit of puzzle solving to power up a door, and when you get through the door, you find this Angaran, and she has a Ket with her that she has been torturing, trying to get information about where her family was taken. And it's the classic thing of the Ket looks at you and says, "And this, it hurt me, kill me." And you have to decide whether or not you're going to kill the Ket or let the Angaran continue to torture it for information.
Did you euthanize the cat?
Of course I did. I put that thing right down. And I said to this lady,
That's nice of you.
You need to go home. You have friends who are worried about you. You think you've lost everything, but no one would have sent me out here for you if that was true. And that cat didn't know anything anyway, so get the heck out of here. And I thought it was interesting. It sort of showed, the Angarans aren't being portrayed as like a utopian society and a perfect little alien species, and I appreciate that about them. So I thought this was a good highlight of how they can, they're very emotional creatures, and their emotions can make them do terrible things as well as nice things.
Jal does tell us several times in this game that the Angarans are like very emotional people, and like wear their hearts on their sleeves, basically, which is interesting. I actually, it's a little weird. Like, it kind of feels like your whole species is like this. Like, maybe you're just talking about yourself, dog.
If you have Cora and Jal in your party, Jal spends a lot of dialogue hitting on Cora.
He will
where
hit
he's
on...
like, you seem to be the most physically fit of the party, Cora.
It's not just Cora. He'll hit on PB and he'll hit on Vetra as well. He will hit on any lady at any time.
Interesting. One thing I thought was interesting about, or I kind of didn't understand it about the Angarans, is that when you go back to the Nexus and you stop by the cultural center after you do the Hope mission, the Angaran mission where you have to save the people from the Cardinal. You meet like an Angaran ambassador who's gone to the Nexus for the first time as like an envoy, and he's like, he doesn't want to give up any of his party's weapons, so you go and talk to him, and he's just like, our experience with the Ket, they showed up and they pretended to be nice, and they gave us all these gifts, and then they ended up kidnapping thousands of us and enslaving us, and they're like, so we're rightly skeptical of you guys, and all Ryder says is basically, it's cool, bro, like, it's all good, and he's like, all right, that's good enough for me. Here it goes.
I mean, they do. It does. I think the game does a good job of painting the Angarans as like reasonably, like very,
They're skeptical. Yeah.
Skeptical of this whole fucking. What are we called? The
Nexus.
The initiative.
No, that's the name of the space station. That's not the name of
initiative.
The initiative.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, which is fair, though I do think that we present a good case of like, hey, like check us out. Like we're a multi-species conglomerate from another fucking galaxy. We get along. We're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But
we saved a bunch of you already.
But it's interesting.
Matt, tell us about this PB drone thing.
Yeah.
PB and drone.
You've heard of PB and J. Now it's time for PB and drone.
PB and Joel. I made that joke last week.
PB and D.
When PB joins the gang, she's very weird at first. She only hangs out in the escape pod. She won't take a bunk. She won't unpack. She's a fucking weird little freak. But Ryder slowly kind of worms her way into her confidence, and PB enlists Ryder to help her find some remnant tech that she's interested in. You have to go to a remnant site on Vold, and you find, I don't know, some machine that she wants. And then once you get it, give it to her. She tells you to meet her at her apartment on the Nexus, which, why the fuck does she have an apartment on the Nexus? What?
Well, that's where she's from. She woke up, she came out on the Nexus and then woke up with the rest of the Nexus crew.
Yeah, well, she definitely came out somewhere because I went to her apartment and flirted with her. And her sister, who's like a lot older than her, though I kind of had forgotten that this race is like long-lived, which, just a side note, I hate. Like, listen, gang, it worked in Tolkien. It does not work in any other property. Oh, we're the species that lives 10,000 years. Woo-hoo. Fuck off.
Who lives? Oh, like elves?
Yeah, the elves.
Yeah. How long do the Numenorians live? In Tolkien. They live like 100 or 150 or something.
The fuck is a Numenorian? I don't know what you're talking about.
The Numenorian, like Aragorn is like a descendant of the people from the Kingdom of Numenor in the Tolkien writings, and like I think it's in the extended edition of the Two Towers, I think, but he admits that he's like 80 years old. because he's a descendant of Numenor.
Sorry, that's just the truck backing up my locker delivery. And you'll step over this way, Jim.
Yeah, Numenor was a kingdom in Middle Earth. I think it was maybe on an island, and who's the god of that? I don't remember, but like washed it away because they attempted to like cross into the Undying Lands without like having permission from God or something. I might be butchering that, but it's something like that.
And the nerd is getting shoved into a locker.
May I have a brief moment to have a little aside? Jim, I feel like Vanessa and I have talked about this, and we want to have a conversation with you about the way you dress. Do you feel like it's appropriate for your nipples to be on display while we're recording this podcast?
You can't see my nipples.
I have been staring at your nipple all night. All night long. He just did it.
That was the first time I saw Jim's nipple this evening, but maybe that's because I wasn't looking for them until Matt drew attention to them.
As somebody that complains about how cold it is there all the time, you sure don't wear a lot of clothes.
So
do you feel like it's appropriate for you to walk around your home with your teenage children with your nipples hanging out all the time?
Yeah, my teenage stepson walks around shirtless all the time. It is inappropriate.
Yeah.
But I have to assert my dominance by
wearing half shirts?
Jim is wearing like
only a collar and then a strip of cloth down to your waist.
It's a band tee that I cut the sleeves off. So here's my routine.
You didn't cut the sleeves off. You cut the sides off.
I cut like half the shirt off. Yeah.
I own a shirt that has the sleeves cut off, sir, and the sleeves are gone. That is a half of a shirt at most. I see your nip again, by the way. Nip all the time, all night.
Here's why.
Put some fucking clothes on.
Put this on. Here's why I put this on.
You wear one of those every fucking week.
Because after work, if I haven't gone to the gym, I sit and I play my drums for an hour. And I get really sweaty playing the drums. So I put on like a workout shirt.
I mean, it would almost be more appropriate for you to not be wearing a shirt, you know?
Yeah, I wear
the way that shirt, the way all of your shirts, not all of your shirts, but all of your sleeve cut-off shirts fit on you, your nip is always just poking out the side just a little bit.
Well, yeah,
just
because
enough to make me uncomfortable.
If you cut the shirt off and just take the sleeves off, your shirt, it looks like you're wearing a box. You look boxy and you look stupid. So you got to like curve it a little bit so that it looks so that you have to start
at the collar and then cut straight down to the waist.
It's not quite that bad. There's a little bit of shoulder in here.
I think
Vanessa,
it's fine.
Get on this picking on Jim train.
Sure. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think it's very trendy. And
You're
in
doing
fact,
a bad job.
For our 500th episode, I was going to wear a dupe I ordered of the dress that Chapel Rowan wore to the Grammys. So
Let me look this up.
Yeah, please look it up.
I
am so excited for Matt's live reaction.
I sent Jalen a picture of that, and I said, I'm going to wear this to your high school graduation.
Looking at images.
Matt's looking it up.
Okay.
Try not to ejaculate.
My God. What is happening?
Interestingly enough, yeah, it's called fashion, but it's also called silicone nipple replicas with fake, piercings attached to them, and then the dress is attached to that.
Okay. Anyway, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to turn my camera off. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Matt's got to go to the bathroom for a minute. He'll be right back. Yep. It's fine. He's going to take his phone in there. Don't worry about it.
For someone who didn't want to talk about ejaculate on this show, how the tables have turned.
That's fucking wild. Also, what is happening? What is it attached to? I don't... Ooh, it's making me very cringe.
She has, I think it's sort of like, it's either a sheer mesh that goes over, like, I think the silicone that then is, like, pasted on. So
is she wearing, like, a pasty and it's, like, draped from the pasties? Or, like, hanging from the pasties? Not draped.
Yes. but you can't tell they're
Okay.
pasty. I'll put it in the group chat so we all can look at it as closely as we need to.
I'm sure John really wants to see it too.
I'm
I
sure he
do
does.
like her tattoos. Like they're very, they're just a few shades darker than her skin tone. Which
They
I
are
think
not
looks
real.
Really cool.
They are part of the dress.
Oh, I was gonna say they complement her hair and her dress very well.
Yeah, they were part of the design of the dress. We'll just pop that in
Eagerly
there and see how
awaiting this
Johnny
pic in
feels
the
about it.
chat. Johnny's sleeping. He's got diarrhea.
Johnny's sleeping. He's got diarrhea. I don't
I think the
I mean, who knows what's real? Are the tattoos real, or are those also?
no, they're like airbrushed on. I'm also going to send a picture of Heidi Klum.
Oh, she always
because-
dressed like a freak. Everybody know
Well-
about Heidi Klum.
I feel like Heidi Klum was thinking that she was going to show up and have the most like talked about dress of the evening, and then
She
chaperone.
dressed like Oscar the Grouch because that's real
Yeah.
Heidi Klum.
She's dressed like Oscar the Grouch. Here comes Heidi Klum. This is, of course, our segment, Grammy's Fashion Review, where we review the most naked people at the 2026 Grammy Awards.
Oh, that's just like latex. That's just ugly.
It's just like a plastic, like, they used to have dolls that had, like, plastic clip-on dresses. That's basically what's going on there.
That's not fun. Chaperone's dress, by the way. Yes, more of that. Okay, let's get back to family time. That's where we talk about the
Phoebe.
game that we played.
Yeah. I don't think this is her sister. I think she said it was sort of a friend that she had a falling out with.
No, it's her sister.
Okay.
It's her older sister who she feels like has. No, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking
You're
of
thinking of
Turian's
Vetra.
Quest.
Yeah.
Anyway, and her older friend who is kind of a bee. Shows up and is a real fucking snobby asshole. Honestly, she sucks. And Sarah Ryder definitely was like, excuse me, bitch. And straight up, like, walked her out the door. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Don't talk to my friend like this. And then did a little more flirting. And anyway, PB gave Ryder a cool remnant tech drone that I can now summon in combat. And it does a shoot of things for me, which I love.
Yeah, I also started using
haven't
this
used this
drone
thing.
as one of my powers. I made it my middle power, and I love
Yeah,
to
me
summon
too.
it all the time. I did run into a bug where I arrived back in the ship after a cutscene, and it was still summoned, and I cannot unsummon it now. It's just following me around the ship. But I'm okay with that.
Did you?
Does
You know,
it-
you can't unsummon it.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't try to do that, but you can't use your powers on the ship.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know if it will work.
That's funny. Anyway, and then later on, back on the Tempest, Sarah Ryder went to talk to PB again, and she was feeling a little stressed out, you know, and was like, you know, what I used to do is get in like a what's it called? The tank, where you're like cut off
Like
from the world.
a
What are those
isolation
called?
tank.
Isolation chamber, yeah. Or she said they don't have one of those on the Tempest, but she said that, or sometimes she would just turn off the gravity and float. And then Sam piped up and was like, hey, you know what's cool? You can do that in this escape pod. We can just turn the gravity off right now. And so we did. And then we banged. We definitely did a bang.
Whoa, you
Whoa.
bone peeps.
We banged in the escape pod. And she's like, no strings, right? And I was like, yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. My name's Sarah Ryder, and this is a no strings bang. Because I'm going to bang that redhead, too.
Are you still here, babe?
Like, there's no graphic sex scene. It does cut away. But it cuts away, and you hear a lot of, like, bumping and ow, and like, we're floating into the bulkhead, and squish, squish, squish. Okay, that
Whoa,
last one
there's, like,
doesn't happen.
squelching? Oh, okay.
Wow. In zero gravity. That would be tricky.
Yeah. And that was my PB side quest. I added a little on to the end, but that wasn't part of the actual main side quest. But that's how I played the game. And that's what we're talking about.
I flirted with a Turian on the ship, someone who I think you met on the Nexus and then kind of snuck aboard your ship. Maybe it's that lady you meet who's like helping you shove off when you first get on the Tempest.
Yeah, Vetra.
Yeah, you can hit on her. I flirted with her a little bit.
There's
She's a
something about-
companion. The way you're describing this is very weird.
It's
She
very
is a
diseases.
Turian companion.
I haven't put her in my party yet. I guess it hasn't registered to me that I can put her in my party.
Yeah, Jim
so I
doesn't
had
know how to
her and
change party
Drac in
members.
my party, and their conversation was so fucking annoying. It sucked. It was basically like old people talking about their grandkids. It was awful. I lasted like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm going back to the fucking forward station, and I'm getting one of these fuckers out of my fucking party.
Well, the only other sort of side quest I had to touch on was recovering memory fragments. That's something you can do as you travel around. You see little glowy
I hate
spots.
that.
And you can suck them up, and if you suck up enough, you can go visit Sam back on the Hyperion, and he will show you a memory from your father's viewpoint.
Yep.
I watched a couple of them. The first one was about his creation of Sam, because Sam was created by Ryder's father. And we learned that Sam was created to help Ryder's mother, who was suffering from some kind of brain damage caused by using biotics. So she had biotic implants that damaged her neurologically, and his idea was that Sam would help her heal from that. And the second one was one of Ryder and his or her sibling having a family evening, and it was kind of awkward because the mom's like, we don't want to talk about me and how I'm doing. We're just going to have a little family chat. And then the father starts to kind of hint about some mysterious funding for developing Sam that he has gotten a hold of. Y'all care about Ryder and her family background?
I went and watched a couple of these as well, and like it was awful, and I just hate it, and I don't care, and I don't like it, and it sucks, and I don't want to do any more of it.
Well, you don't have to. Unless you do, I can't remember if it becomes mandatory or not. Hey, we've done our side quest corner. Now I'd like to do something especially for Jim. And we'll call this the crew corner, where we run down all of the people on the ship so Jim won't be confused anymore.
That sounds great.
Crew corner! Let's start with the bridge. On the bridge, you have Callow. Callow is the pilot, and he is a... What's it called?
He's annoying.
Salarian? He's a Salarian.
Yeah, he's a Salarian. He's not as cool as Morden, and none of them are, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, Mass Effect 2, right? Yeah, Mass Effect 2 ruined the Salarians because none of them will ever be as fucking awesome as Morden.
I do think that's true. I was watching Jim's stream, and Callow said, can I talk to you for a moment, Ryder? And Jim said, nope, and just kept flying his ship around. Callow's sort of tension or story seems to be his conflict with Gil, the engineer, because Gil wants to make changes to the ship, and Callow finds that disrespectful to the original developers of the ship.
Yeah, Callow is one of the original developers. He's the only one that came to the Andromeda system.
Yep.
If you guys were faced with the choice to join the initiative or not, would you take the voyage into dark space and wake up in a new galaxy?
I wouldn't go without Vanessa's mom or my
I don't think
cats.
Vanessa's mom...
If you could, bring them along.
It's tricky. I don't like to be in a spaceship. I find it claustrophobic and confining. I love air and natural atmospheres, so I don't think that I would enjoy that part of it. But there is something of, an appealing, pioneering spirit about going to a whole new world and seeing if you can't do a little bit better than we've done with this one. So it's complicated. Would it be a guarantee that I would meet some aliens out there that I could smooch?
Yeah, Vanessa wants a guarantee of alien strange.
Do you think they just when they were recruiting for the initiative, they reached out to just the pervert community?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we need some warm bodies. You guys might find some fuckable aliens.
You know what's weird is I get that they got to Andromeda and there was a mutiny and a bunch of people left, and the outcasts or whatever they're called. I find it very weird that you must have screened all of these people and you did not manage to screen out that literally at least half of the people you brought were just straight up ready to fucking ejaculate themselves out of there and turn into pirates and fucking murderers and robbers. And this is the far future that this fucking series is set in. They can't do a psychological test to determine ahead of time who's likely to fucking be a murderer, Who's likely to be a warlord?
AI knows
I wanted to
else.
go to the other side of the fucking universe to be a warlord in some shithole. The minute something goes wrong, it's very weird. It does not make sense.
That's like in the movie Space Mutiny, where a member of the Southern Sun spaceship decides to have a mutiny so that he can finally set foot on a planet and become rich and powerful. Somehow.
Yeah. Thank God Rock
Famous
Strong
movie,
is there
Space
to
Mutiny.
save it,
Brick hard meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or that movie Mickey 17, when the 17 Mickeys overthrew Mark Ruffalo.
But Mickey 17
was
makes
the other
more
lady?
sense because they've got basically slaves,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not comparable, I think, to that because this is an initiative let's find the best and brightest to go to another galaxy. And instead, Mickey 17 is let's force people into labor on our death ships. Of course they're going to rebel.
Well, we mentioned him in association with Callow, and next up on our crew corner is Gil, the engineer.
I hate
talk to
Gil.
Gil?
I hate his face. Is it okay to hate
Why?
somebody's face?
No, just because of his handlebar mustache?
No, I didn't say anything about his mustache. I said his face. I don't like the way he looks. He's too nice and come play poker with me. Fuck off.
Can you play poker in this game?
You can play poker with Gil, and it's not
You
a
actually
mini
get to
game.
play
You just sit
poker?
there.
Yeah.
No, you sit there and talk
That
to him.
sounds terrible. Pass.
I went to play poker with him, and he talked about how he came out here with his friend Jill, who is in charge of the repopulation efforts, which means she encourages people to have babies. And Gil feels awkward about that because he does not like the ladies, and he doesn't want to procreate with one of them. But he also thinks if we're not out here procreating, then what is even the point of being here? If we aren't, populating our new galaxy. So that's his, issue that he's working through. Next up, Suvi, the redhead. Matt, tell us about Suvi.
Suvi's hot. She's a hot redhead. I think she's the navigator.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, this character was inserted into this game specifically for the fucking straight male audience of she likes to drink and try spicy foods and this is the most Gamergate character I've ever seen in a fucking video game. The boys will this, right?
Every time she talks, I just think, I love you.
Yeah, she's got an Irish
more.
accent, I think. That's extremely attractive. And she's like, yeah, I like to have some pints with my mates. And I'm just please move into my home and marry me. I love you. I'm in love with you. She's fantastic.
She is religious, though. She believes in a creator.
You're right. That's the downside is that's fine, but don't expect me to subscribe to these beliefs.
Oh, it's hot. That's how you know she's a virgin, man.
No. You made it weird. I mean,
Did
we
you
made
think
it
God
weird first, but you
ejaculated
made
the
it weirder.
universe?
Yeah. She
Yeah.
doesn't specify what kind of religion she follows, just that she believes in some kind of creator, which is very unusual. in
She's
the
like a
future.
monotheist, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she definitely is not going to try and drag Ryder to church, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Believe what you want. I don't care.
We talked about PB enough already, I think. I did go meet her at the museum on the Angaran world, and she was drunk AF. So that was kind of fun. As you walk up to her, her character model is like swaying back and forth. And she's clearly just on the sauce. Vetra is the female Turian that Jim mentioned being vaguely aware of.
Yeah.
There's something about the female Turian voices that just I find a little bit too artificial or something. So they're run through a voice filter. I think it just works a little bit better with a male voice because men do tend to have more of that natural growl, or can. Not all
Yeah.
men. But it
Are the Turians like are they like bug people?
I think they're sort of bird people.
Oh, bird people.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, the voice does sound synthy and weird. It's not good.
Yeah, it sounds very synthetic. That's a good way to put it.
She has a younger sister who she came out here with, and her deal is that she is sort of a procurement specialist and not always through legitimate channels. Drac we've talked about before in his relationship with his granddaughter. Kesh, that's kind of his whole main deal. He wants to kill Ket. He likes Kesh.
Well, he likes killing things.
Yeah, he likes to kill things. And he cares a little bit about his people, all of whom left the Nexus, the Krogan. It's just him and Kesh who are left on the Nexus, basically. Cora is the human woman with the severe bob. And she,
Karen. I believe her name is Karen.
Yeah, Karen.
Space Karen.
She used to be...
I talk to her as little as possible. I do not fucking care about Space Karen.
Space Karen used to be an Asari commando, even though she's not an Asari, but she has a powerful enough biotic that she was able to go join an Asari commando squad, which are like super elite Marines, basically. And she's just a military lady.
She has a real reverence for the Asari, especially
Yeah.
the commandos.
And she really wants to find the Asari Ark. Like, that is her
Yeah, that's her goal.
drive and goal and motivation. Liam...
Can you find any of these arcs? Like, or is this game just jerking me off?
The
or am I going to be
Turian
able to
arc
find these?
crashed on the planet Havarti, the one we discussed last week. We meet the Turians, and their arc has crashed there.
Yeah, but they're missing their Pathfinder. So we sort of have a side quest to find their missing Pathfinder.
Oh. Every arc has its own Pathfinder.
I
Yeah.
bet they'll be super alive.
They'll probably be super alive and totally
They're fine.
fine.
Sarah Ryder or Sam Ryder, whatever his fucking name is, depending on your playthrough, probably definitely won't be the only Pathfinder, right?
Absolutely not. That would be
I
ridiculous.
have a question about the initiative.
Yeah.
Is it? Am I to believe that?
So that's when you roll a d20, and your turnover is based on your roll.
Is the arc that we came on? Is that the only one that it's like a mixed species arc, or the other ones like relegate? Or the other ones like there's an Asari arc, a Turian arc, a Salarian arc.
Humans don't get
and
their
then
own
there's a
arc.
mixed
They
arc.
have to bring all the other species along
Humans
to prove that
do
they're
have
not
their
racist.
own arc.
Yeah.
No. We did have our own arc.
They're in the woke arc.
We totally had our own arc. The Nexus came first, and the Nexus had an assortment of species. Then the arcs left the Milky Way after the Nexus, so they arrived a little bit later. We arrived on the human arc that only had humans. And
No, we didn't.
Maybe an Asari? Yes, we did. We
no,
sure
we
didn't.
did not.
Yes, we did.
All of our companions, PB, the
Yeah.
fucking Turian, all of
Yep.
them are from the Nexus.
Yes, we didn't arrive on the Nexus. We arrived on the Hyperion, as you'll recall from the first chunker. And then the Hyperion flew to the Nexus, docked into it.
Docked into, yeah.
Yeah, they did the docking.
Docking. Space
all right,
docking.
you're right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
once again, I am willing to admit when I'm wrong.
Vindication.
Vanessa!
Vindication. I'm vindicated. I'm vindicated.
I feel like that is something that should be saved for like serious like disagreements and not like, oops, I was wrong. But that's fine.
I
Overplay
googled
your
space
hand.
docking. I googled space docking because I was like, that's a term that I've heard before.
No.
It is. I don't even really want to say it.
Please don't.
I don't think I will. But listeners, if you want to know, just Google space docking.
Don't. If you
I
don't know,
already
you
know
can't
what it
know
is
what
now.
it is because I know everything.
It's gross.
I actually don't know what space docking is. I know what docking is, and I assume it's just the same thing. All right.
I
Find out.
refuse to allow this conversation to continue. Anything else? Anything else to talk about, or are we done? Is this episode over? Are we out of here?
Nope. We have 2 more friends to talk about. Liam. I'm sorry, we have
Don't
3
care
more
about
friends.
Liam.
Jim was asking today who Liam was. So Jim, Liam is the human male on the ship who can be one of your companions. He used to be a cop.
Yeah, I hate
He's
Liam. Can you guess why?
He's oi.
Because
I'm
he
a
used
Brit.
to be a cop.
Nope.
Because he loves movies.
Nope. Why
Because
would
he's
I
a
hate
boring
that?
human.
No.
Because he's a British.
There it is. Right there.
Yeah, he's a Brit. He used to be a cop. I am
Vanessa's
not gonna...
Anglophilia has turned me anti-Britain. Does that make sense? I feel like it
Yes.
does.
Yeah. I think it does. It suits your contrarian nature.
Yeah, that's true. I am a contrarian.
I'm not going to talk about Liam's personal quest this week, but I will next week, not next week, the week after. I strongly recommend doing it because it's real fun. Liam used to be a cop. He was bad at it. He left. He loves movies. That's his deal.
What a character.
Yeah, what a character.
Wow.
What a guy. Lexi
Cut the used to be
is-
a cop out, and I'd probably like him. Well, and also cut the British thing out. You know, make him Australian. Oh, wait, there's too many of those already in this game.
He was a copper. I'm a copper, governor.
Ugh.
Walking the main streets with me billy club.
And me whistle.
Do they call them billy clubs?
boop,
Yep.
boop, boop. I've caught Jack the Ripper.
Lexi is an Asari. She is the doctor on the ship, and she does not get along
She's
with
not a
PB.
companion.
She's not a companion, but she's a crew. It's crew corner.
Why doesn't she like PB?
She likes PB fine, but PB does not like her.
I
Oh.
hate that her name is PB. Like, how can you do this to me, game?
I don't like PB either. I don't like the name.
I like the character. I like her so much that
I like calling her Peebs.
I had my writer bang her.
And our final crew member, Jal.
Yeah.
Jal.
Oh.
He's like the star of the fucking game. It almost
the
feels
star
like you
of the
have
game.
to have him in your fucking party.
It's the Jal show, and so I did have my writer tell Jal that she liked spending time with him and wanted to get to know him better, and he went, okay. And she's like,
I did that
"That's
too,
it?"
but then I turned it into like in a friendly way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I said that, and then it was like, and it gave me that option of like heart emoji, like, ooh, do you want to spend time with him? And I was like, nah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I want to spend time with you, and he's like, okie dokie. I'm like, that's it.
Sarah's
just like that.
lesbian. She's not bi. She's gay. You know?
Well, my
You
writer,
guys suck at role playing, by the way.
I told you my role play last week is that my writer has slept with every Milky Way species and is ready to move on to Andromeda. So
Just like Vanessa.
we had that conversation, and then I went and checked my email, and had an email from him that said, "My dearest, is it too soon to call you my dearest? Angarans are all about emotion. And now we're
Gross.
officially 100% dating, even though all we did is have that one conversation about it. You're the best. Love and smooches."
You know, again, I think this is just a Jaw thing that he ascribes to his entire fucking race, which is really fucking weird, dude. Like, just chill out. We're all like this. No, you're just a fucking weirdo.
It would be pretty fun to be like first contact with the alien species, and then they assume that all the weird little quirks you have is like, well, that must be a human thing.
All humans love space docking.
All humans are obsessed with Taskmaster. It's the most popular thing on Earth. It's all they talk about. And that's it. That's Crew Corner, except for the monkey. There's a monkey. So
Hi, Jack.
next time, we're doing our 500th episode bonanza. We won't be talking about Andromeda, but after that, we will do what we
Jim,
talked
I was
about
curious
doing
and I had to
before.
look up space docking, and now I regret it.
Well, now I have to look.
Don't.
I have to. Let's see. Private mode. Space.
You have to go in incognito.
Okay.
The Urban Dictionary definition's use of sentence is
Oh.
legitimately fucking offensive.
Yeah. I don't like this. No.
You know, for somebody that was talking about fucking anal milking earlier, the fact that you wouldn't describe
I
this
did
is a little weird
not.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jim.
Vanessa.
Your name's not.
Oh,
you weren't talking about it. What? Vanessa's got real main character syndrome.
John, this editor's note. I'm talking right to the editor here, the producer. John, please call the episode Space Docking.
I don't like it. And
Nah.
it doesn't sound safe.
We'll probably get censored on the podcast thing if we try to call our episode Space Docking.
Well, I don't think we would, because I think this is just one of those things where Urban Dictionary like has made up some bullshit. Because if you scroll down,
I've heard this. Not like I've heard somebody has done it. Like have you guys ever seen that documentary, The Aristocrats?
Yes.
About how the comedians tell different versions of the Aristocrats joke.
Yes.
One of the versions that a comedian describes, he mentions space docking, and he describes what it is, and then he says, "But I don't think anybody's ever actually done that.
Yeah.
At least I hope not."
The first hit is Urban Dictionary, then you scroll down a little bit and you see space docking. Space docking is the process of joining two spacecraft in flight without external assistance. It involves
That's what I was
matching
talking
the
about.
speed and orbital phase of two vehicles, then slowly closing the distance between them. Just like we space docked the Hyperion into the Nexus.
Isn't docking, like I'm talking about the sexual term, but isn't docking when like two men touch their penises and like the foreskin like bridges the penises? It like connects the penises?
I think it's like just one foreskin. They touch their tips, and then one foreskin like goes over,
Kind of overtakes the
to
other?
create like an airlock.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, you just described space docking.
Yeah. They touch their tips, and then something goes over to form an airlock.
Oh my.
I guess you could do that.
We
but I
learn
don't...
new things on this show every week, you know?
It's an educational show. We should put our podcast under the educational section of the podcast libraries.
Yeah, throw it up on YouTube Kids. Who cares?
I mean, it would fit with everything else on there.
My favorite thing on YouTube Kids is like the AI generated versions of the same song over and over and over again. Like
Yeah,
that
but
eating sugar
Elsa
song
and
that Jim
Spider-Man
and I love to sing.
hump.
Oh.
All right. Next time on, Vanessa, where are we playing to next time, which I assume will be episode 501, because next week we're gonna throw some shit together at the last minute.
That's right. In episode 501, we'll be going to Kedaara. We'll be doing a whole bunch of planet stuff on Kedaara, and that's probably it. And also, Liam's special side quest. Make sure you do that. You'll like it. It's fun.
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, Matt.
No, what?
Tell me what you're squarely against.
Okay. The side quests in this game, for the most part, are fucking nothing. It's wild. You are doing checklists. It's fucking lame and boring and bad and not good. So there's a few. There are some that shine, which is cool. But for the most part, like, I don't know. I said this last week. The game is fun to play, and so I find myself playing it. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. It is nothing. This is a bland game. And that's what I'm squarely against. What about you, Jim? I'm going to go run to the bathroom.
Let's see. I will say that I am roundly for driving around in the Nomad.
Did you soup it
up? I think
up?
it's fun. I did soup it up. Well, no, I haven't like officially souped it up, but I did give myself infinite boosts, and I made it so like when you hit the B button to do the lifts, it lifts you up really high in the air.
Ooh.
Which is super fun, and I like that you can put it into like the off-road mode and climb mountains and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a lot more agile than the Maka. What was the other one?
The Mako, yeah.
The Mako, yeah. A lot more agile than the Mako. And I appreciate that I don't have to, like... I mean, sometimes you can't, like, go straight up. But I appreciate that the game pretty much lets you drive it where you want to. That's good.
Yeah. I would say that I'm squarely against Jal coming off way too strong after we just had one conversation.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that you look for...
Is he hitting on you, too? I'm playing as a male writer, so he's not hitting on me. But did he hit on the female writer?
He hadn't really, but I mean, after I showed just the slightest bit of interest, he sent that long email. And one thing that you look for when you're dating someone is someone who, you know, you can feel really enthusiastic about someone after a first date and be like, oh, I could marry this person. But you kind of keep that to yourself because you want to demonstrate that you can be like a reasonable, rational person as well. And
yeah, also, like, if you do that consistently, hoping to gain the other person's affection, that's called love bombing.
It is.
It's not a healthy way to express interest in somebody.
However...
Oh, man. I had a date like that once. The lady's name was Asia.
Okay.
Ooh.
And it was just a fantastic first date. And I thought she was really cute, and I liked her a lot. And I remember I was at work the next day, and I was telling a friend, like, I like this girl. Like, I could marry this girl. Like, she's awesome. Mm-hmm. And then she canceled our second date.
But you didn't say it to her, and that's the important part.
No, I didn't. And you know what? And when she canceled our second date, I said, I understand, and it was nice knowing you. Goodbye. And I deleted her number out of my phone because I'm a goddamn adult.
As a person who has canceled second dates, that is the perfect response, and the only time I ever, like, second guess, oh, should I have canceled that, is when I get nice responses like that, because I'm like, oh, that's really rational and nice and great and respectful. Man, that's kind of cool.
Well, I never heard from her again, so I guess it wasn't that good.
Hey, you know, your life isn't over yet. It just seems like it, but don't bump.
Nah, my life's over.
I say this about Jal, but you know what? I've had these cats for like 2 weeks now. 2.5 weeks.
Oh, yeah, you would marry that fucking Rupert. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all you fucking talk about.
I am already fully in love with both of them. I let them rub all over my face with their little cat faces, even though I know they lick their butts with them. And
gross.
So I guess if I think about Jal as a cat, it's totally fine for him to be immediately
I was working
that into
earlier,
me.
and Dory was on the bed, and I watched her lick my pillow for 10 solid minutes. It was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life.
That is disturbing.
Dory is
and now
the
I have
most
to burn this fucking pillow.
She has a strong oral fixation. She used to lick your beard all the time. I don't know if she still does.
She tries to a lot. I usually don't let her because her breath is terrible. And I don't. If I have not showered for the day yet, like I'll let her get a couple of licks in, just to feel like she's grooming or something, you know.
Luca is bigger and stronger than Rupert and does like to pin him down and just force bathe him. And Rupert just lies there and has to take it. And he's
That's funny.
Okay, I guess I'm getting a bath.
This is my life now. Well, he's a Muppet, and Muppets get dirty.
Yep. And he's got to keep clean. All right, I guess we've all talked about what we're squarely against. We've talked about what we're doing next time.
I don't. Did Jim go?
Yeah. You
No,
got
you
up
didn't.
and did something.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, he
No,
talked
I
about
went
the
and then I
Mako.
went to Vanessa.
I talked about the Nomad and the Mako.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also upgraded that thing, and it is pretty fucking fun when you add it's the agile mode, and then you can ramp your boost up and your jump up, and you can just fucking ramp yourself off of mountains. It is goddamn delightful. That
One
is
of
the
my
most
favorite
fun I'm
things
having
is-
in the game.
One of my favorite things is like boosting your way up a mountain, and then when you're about to go over the peak, hitting the B button so the Nomad flies up in the air,
Yeah.
and then you just like fly down the mountain. It's amazing.
I think I've mentioned this before, but back when I was like a teenager and I was like a big PC gamer, but I was broke, I would download demos all the time. And I downloaded the demo of some like dirt bike racing game. And for whatever reason, these developers created the track was not the world. You could go off the track. And there were all these huge hills and shit outside of the track. And you would lose the race, obviously. But you could just go fucking drive around this world with all these cool hills and shit. And then at the edges of the world were these huge cliffs, you know, like to stop you from going that far. But you could build up enough speed that you could ramp yourself up to the top of the cliffs, and then you could drive yourself off of the fucking map. And I probably spent months just going crazy, like going nuts, driving these dirt bikes up and off and all this stupid shit in this demo. It was fucking wild, but I loved it. It was such a fun time. And that's what this reminds me of, is just, which, by the way, you can go out of the map in this.
Yeah,
you can go off the map.
you can, but it scolds you and tells you to go back.
Yeah, it scolds you and teleports you back to the map.
Ooh, I just got a notice that my internet connection's unstable. That's fun.
Yeah, I get those sometimes.
Well, guys,
Anyway.
is it time to level up?
Yeah.
I think it's Vanessa's skin corner time.
Oh, gosh. I didn't really see any new skin this time.
Wow. You're the worst Mr. Skin I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, sorry.
Miss Skin.
All right. It is time.
Wow. Way to point
level-
out that she's unmarried, Jim.
I'm an old maid.
Which for a woman is apparently a huge deal because you have to have a different fucking title.
Yeah. And I don't get to sit at the adult table or something. I don't know. There's some kind of societal punishment for me.
Yeah. You have to sit at the unwed women's table.
Yeah, with my cat.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome, actually. It's time to level up. I'm going to go first, just to get it out of the way. Yes, I did have meatloaf for dinner that's loafing around. It was turkey meatloaf. It was pre-made. It was cold. I just cut it
Nice.
up and had it with some ketchup and a piece of corn. My level up is...
Man, meatloaf
Yeah.
plus
Good combo.
ketchup.
I'm not
good
usually
combo.
a ketchup person, but I will admit it has its places. And one of that place is next to a meatloaf, so you can take some meatloaf on your fork and just dip it, just a little dip into the ketchup there and have a little ketchup meatloaf. Good.
Can I admit to my shame? May I admit to my shame? Mm-hmm. I love steak. Everybody loves
Sure.
steak. And no, of course, I do not cover my steak in ketchup. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What kind of animal does that? But I do like to have my steak with potatoes, and I like to have ketchup with my potatoes, and then I like to get just a little bit of ketchup on my steak.
I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. I'm a big ketchup guy. I eat many foods
Eggs.
with ketchup.
Green beans.
Eggs.
Mashed
I put
potatoes.
ketchup on green beans.
Mac and cheese. Guy loves
I
putting
have
ketchup
put
on his
ketchup
mac
on
and
mashed
cheese.
potatoes.
He
Not
calls it
mac and
craft
cheese.
dinner, though.
I like
was a
putting
joke
hot
for
sauce
Johnny.
on my mac and cheese.
Hot sauce on your mac and
some
cheese. You're a genius.
Yeah.
I like to make some avocado
Delish.
toast and sprinkle a little
Ketchup
special
on there?
spicy salt mix that I have. Nope, it's not ketchup. I've already said I'm not much of a ketchup person.
Did you know that if you stopped buying and making avocado toast, you would
Everybody
be a
knows that.
millionaire?
I think that it's
Did you know
okay to make it at home.
You would have at least
I think
$17
that the
million
idea is that you're
in
not
your
supposed
bank
to go
account.
have it at brunch. But can't I make it in my own house? No,
To be
avocado
fair,
isn't
it
that
is like
expensive.
$15 for
No.
a piece of toast with a
Avocados
fucking
are a
vegetable
luxury.
on it. Like,
Yeah, fruit.
I'm
Yeah.
not paying for toast anywhere, by the way. If something that describes itself as
I mean, if it
toast,
comes
I'm
as a
not
side
paying
to
for it.
my scramble,
What
Yeah,
about
if it
French
comes as a side,
toast?
sure. But I'm not saying give me I'm
French
going to
toast
pay
is
$5
fucking
for a side
gross.
of toast. French toast is a dish.
Yeah.
It's not.
French toast sucks,
dish.
and it's for morons.
It's got multiple ingredients.
Okay, have a waffle like a man.
I like French toast.
Have a pancake like an adult. I'm gonna take my bread and dip it in eggs and then
Waffles
fry
are
it
so
up.
dense.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It sounds delicious. Put some powdered sugar.
Powdered
I watched-
sugar is sugar for babies.
I watched Wonder Man. I watched all 8 episodes of Wonder Man.
Oh man, I totally forgot about that show. I hate
Whoa,
this. I
all
want to
of
watch
it's
it, but I
out?
keep fucking
Crazy.
forgetting about it.
It's real good. I mean, for me, it is up there with the top Marvel shows, which would be, I
Like?
guess, WandaVision, Wonder Man.
It's the one that you were already kind of talking about, though.
That-
So
That's it.
Agatha all along.
Agatha all along.
Loki fucking rocked. That show was way
Yeah.
better than I ever expected it to be.
Yeah. Wonder Man is great. Wonder Man follows the journey of an actor named Simon, played brilliantly by, and I am probably going to mispronounce his name,
Racist.
Yahya Abdul Martin II?
Mateen.
He's fucking fantastic, by the way.
He is fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
in this role. I mean, really, just like he has a background in theater, and he used that a lot. It's a lot of him and Ben Kingsley just kind of quoting theater pieces at each other, and it's great.
This is just to clarify for anybody who's not familiar, he was the Candyman in the Candyman reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And he also was Black Manta
Pretty
in
good,
the Aquaman
actually.
movies and was fucking amazing in those things. He stole the fucking show. Basically,
Yeah.
he was in the Watchmen show.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in Ambulance as well as other things. I guess he was in The Matrix Resurrections. Oh, The Matrix Resurrections was the fourth
Oh,
one.
he's so good in Ambulance.
He was in Handmaid's Tale. He had a small but memorable role in that. He's just one of those guys who's acted for a long time. He did, I think, Top Dog Underdog on Broadway.
Oh, he played
That's
Morpheus
right.
in that most recent
Yeah.
Matrix movie too.
Just a
what I was
really
trying to think of.
fantastic
He's a
actor.
really good actor.
And
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see him
Yeah,
in this
he's
role
super
because
good.
it's such a showcase for him. It really is kind of a two-hander with him and Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley, who is reprising his role as Trevor
Yeah.
Slattery from Iron Man 3, aka the Mandalorian.
If you got Ben Kingsley, you should use Ben Kingsley.
and
He
they
was also
do.
in Shang-Chi.
Did you call him the Mandalorian?
No,
It's not the Mandalorian.
The
the
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Mandarin. By the way, I saw a trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu, the Mandalorian movie.
Yeah.
Eh,
The first season of that show was so good, and they just lost the plot completely.
yeah. We saw saw the trailer, and Amanda turned to me and goes, "That looks fucking stupid."
So, what Wonder Man is about is a Hollywood
No spoilers.
actor who's like struggling in Hollywood. Some spoilers.
Zero spoilers.
Yep. he's struggling in Hollywood. He is trying to build a career for himself, and he is very into and obsessed with this old movie called Wonder Man, and it's about his attempts
Stop rocking, Jim.
Make career moves for himself. He meets up with Trevor Slattery, who is recovering from being imprisoned for his role in Iron Man 3. And it's about both of them navigating Hollywood. And I won't get into any spoilers about it, but it's only 8 episodes. It's a really funny parody of some Hollywood things. It has a lot of people playing themselves, but like asshole versions of themselves, like Hollywood dickweed versions, which is great. It's funny, it's different, and just so well performed. And if you love acting and actors, you'll really like it. Especially, like I said, the scenes with him and Ben Kingsley just talking about the theater that they love and the scripts that they love. It's really kind of a love letter to writing as well. It's just great. And I recommend it to everyone, and especially to Matt, because I would love to talk to him about it.
Thanks. I put my headphones back in. We can talk now.
I also have been working on teaching my new 7-month-old cat, Rupert, to play fetch. And today he did it multiple times.
Well, that's a cat.
Something
They don't
for
do
it.
that.
Yeah, he ran. I thought he would be able to do it.
Are you sure it's not a dog?
I'm sure. I'm not sure he's not AI because he's so cute and fluffy that he seems like he must be just like a computer generated. He ran across the floor, the room. He got the toy that I threw for him, brought it back, dropped it at my feet, so I would throw it again.
It looked like the toy was a rubber band.
It wasn't a rubber band because you cannot give those to cats or have them play with it, but it is an elastic, it's actually a headband, like a human headband, but it does shoot like a rubber band, which gets him very excited. He picks it up in his mouth. It is longer than he is, so he sort of trips over it with his little feet as he drags it back, and he loved it. I also woke up this morning to find that he had brought a ribbon to my bed so I could play with him first thing in the morning as soon as I woke up, and I did. His name is Rupert. He is so fluffy. He is so cute. There's also Luca, who is sweet and very, very muscly and strong. And I love them both. Luca likes hugs. Have you ever met a cat that likes hugs? Luca does. He'll sit on your lap, and you can put your arms around him and hug him, and he loves it. They're the best. And that's how I leveled up. Jim, how do you level up?
I went and saw the new Sam Raimi movie called
I didn't realize that was a Sam
Send
Raimi
Help
movie.
that stars Dylan O'Brien and what's that lady's name?
Dylan O'Brien's like
Rachel
he
McAdams?
was in Teen Wolf. Is that his deal?
He
Okay.
He was in Maze Runner. He was also in that movie I told you guys about a while ago about like the one with Diane Lane where like they're a family and you follow them through like a fascist takeover of the United States. Yeah. He was in that movie too. He's actually really good. I'm actually he's one of those actors that I'm kind of getting excited to see in different roles because I think he's really good. Rachel McAdams is great. It's a really fun Sam Raimi movie. Like it's silly and funny and gory and bloody and gross, and there's lots of like those crazy close-ups that Sam Raimi likes, like those crazy zooms and like random weird stuff popping up in frame. A lot of fun stuff in that movie. It's really good. I liked it a lot.
Hang on.
I also
When
went and saw
you
Iron Lung.
Send Help.
What?
Afterwards, you were like, it was okay. I feel like you oversell
Well, I think I was a
things
little
when you're
miffed
talking
by
on the
the
show,
ending.
because when you talked about the Return to Silent Hill, you were like, that was a pretty good movie. But then when we recorded our bonus episode, you were like, that was a huge piece of shit.
My judgment on Silent Hill was it's a piece of shit movie, but there's a good movie in there somewhere. For Send Help, I liked it I liked the Sam Raimi-ness of it. I was a little put off by the ending just because I don't necessarily like endings like that, but for the most part, the movie was good. I also saw Iron Lung, which was Markiplier's movie.
Oh wow!
I thought that was actually pretty good.
What? That
Yeah, was much better than I
ruins
expected.
the narrative
it
I've
to
been
be.
building in my head.
I liked it. It's not great, but for what it is, I think it's really good. I think I maybe meant to mention this when we had planned to record our episode on the game, Matt, but I think the setup for the game is like one of the cooler sci-fi setups that I've heard of in a while. Like the whole idea of the quiet rapture, I think it's neat. Basically, like in this universe, every habitable planet in the galaxy disappears along with every living thing on it.
Yeah, they
and
got
so
raptured.
the only
Only
people that are left are the people who are
Sinners.
on like space stations and in spaceships. And so they're, running out of supplies. There's nothing there's nowhere to go. But they do find a planet that is seemingly covered in an ocean of blood. And Markiplier plays a convict who is basically
It doesn't
sentenced
sound
to
very habitable.
Yeah, it's not. But they think there might be like the answer to what happened in this blood ocean. So they send Markiplier down there in a submarine that is outfitted with a camera and tell him to see what he can find. And he finds a bunch of spooky stuff.
Yeah. I liked that game a lot, but the whole story around it was kind of nothing. Like you didn't need it, and it didn't affect the story. Right? Like it was just what story there was.
And there's no resolution to it. It's basically just like a frame for the game itself. But the
it's
movie
like a 2-sentence horror off of Reddit that somebody turned into a video game.
It is for sure. Yeah. It's a pretty thin premise, but it's the way it's executed in the movie is really interesting. They don't flesh it out a ton. You don't get like a ton of answers for what happened, but they do flesh it out a little. And I thought Markiplier's performance was actually pretty good. I thought, like, especially as the movie progressed, the setting of the submarine, and the entire movie takes place in the submarine, it just gets creepier and creepier and more claustrophobic, more and more tense. I thought it was pretty good, and I liked it quite a bit.
Cool.
That's it for me. Matt, how did you level up?
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that when it's available for me to watch where I don't have to pay money.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to be distributed on like streaming because
He'll sell it to Netflix or Prime or
all
something, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it made any money at the box office, that's enough to say, like, hey, people want to see this.
Yeah, it did like quintuple its budget or something like that.
That's cool.
When it was released.
That's good.
So, yeah.
How did I level up? I saw the new Running Man with Glenn Powell. It was fine. It was okay. It didn't blow my doors off. I didn't have a bad time. It was a movie.
Wait, what was it?
Running Man, the new Running Man.
Oh, yeah. I thought that movie, I didn't like it at the beginning, but I thought it got better as it went.
I thought it was pretty bland overall, to be honest with you. I have read the Stephen King short story, and I liked it a lot, and I was excited for this concept of like, we'll do it closer to the short story than the original movie, which is just an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like it's plus American Gladiators. Like I love that movie, but it's not great. In fact, it's not really even very good. But it's enjoyable. Anyway, the new one, I was into the concept, but it just kind of was pretty bland. I thought it was just an action movie, like nothing special. Not a bad time. Wouldn't watch it again unless it was on and I was bored.
Did The Long Walk ever come out? The Long Walk, that came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, Jim said that it was really sad, and I was like,
It's really
nah.
depressing.
I mean, again, I've read the original short story that was based on, and I really loved it, but I kind of was like, I don't know that I want to see this again. Also, it's worth pointing out that the Running Man short story does end with him, I believe, flying a plane into the Twin Towers. Or at least into a skyscraper. Maybe I've over-evaluated that in my head now. But that they did not end the movie like that. Spoilers, I guess. Sorry. It was fine. I've been playing Slay the Spire on my phone, on my iPhone. Slay the Spire is a card-based kind of roguelike adventure game where you climb a tower and fight enemies along the way. And it is very fun and very addictive. I don't think I'm quite as in love with it as I was with Balatro. I kind of had to intentionally break my obsession with Balatro. It was legitimately eating up way too much of my time. And I made the mistake of then trying Slay the Spire, which is also really fun and has also been eating up way too much of my time. I have a hard time putting it down. But also I find it frustrating like Balatro, where I feel like there is no end point to this game. And no matter how well I do, it always then ramps things up to a point where I can't get past it. And that is frustrating. But it is very fun. And if you can play either of those games, but Slay the Spire is the one I'm talking about, it's $10 on iOS. It's $20 on Steam. I actually was looking last night at maybe downloading it on Steam and doing a stream of Slay the Spire, but I decided I'd had enough for the day. I don't need it on my PC too. Anyway, Slay the Spire, that's a good fun time if you like card-based combat. Which I always say, it's really not that different from a turn-based JRPG. It's just that there's a little RNG involved in what actions you have in your turn. Yeah, that's it. I watched the last episode of Fallout. I don't think I'm going to be able to make the bonus episode because we're recording it on a weekend when I'm busy, unfortunately. But maybe. We'll see. Maybe things will pan out. Probably not. But I did enjoy this season of Fallout quite a bit. I think if you, like me, watched the first season and were kind of a little off on it, like it was good but not great, I think the second season really course-corrected in a lot of ways. Most of the plot lines were interesting and good and worthwhile. There were still some that were bad. I don't know. I feel like this has been a real problem with modern television in general for years and years, is that they have these casts and then the next season rolls around and they're like, well, we got to write these guys into the cast and into the story. And then you get plot lines that are just fucking boring that you don't want to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not the first example of this. I'm sure it's been going on for years. I bet in soaps it was a real problem, but I always think
it also feels kind of counterintuitive when you're adapting an RPG too, because a lot of these side characters you're with for like a mission or two in the games and then they're gone. Yeah. And then when they're sticking around for the entire thing, it's like you kind of want more different wacky zany Fallout characters.
Yeah. I always think of True Blood, which is a show that I watched almost all of and did not like. But the final season I finally just noped out on when two of the side characters had gotten married and were living together, and their kids, the step siblings, were banging. And I was like, I don't think I like this show. Like, I've never liked it, but like, I don't think I don't want to watch it. And I remember at the time my now ex-wife and our friends were all watching it together, and I just kind of got up and was like, like we used to get together on like Sundays to watch True Blood, and I was just kind of like, I think I'm done with this, and I just never fucking watched the show again. I never went back. We just didn't. They all watched it together, and I was like, I don't give a shit what happens. I hope they all die. That show sucked. Anyway, Sookie and Bill and Alexander Skarsgård can all fall off a fucking cliff for all I care.
Wow. Alexander too? Oh.
Yeah, he was terrible. Anyway, that's it. That is how I leveled up, and that is how we do a podcast.
That's how we do a podcast.
Yeah.
We haven't updated the Patreon list this week, and I think maybe we can just skip it. What do you guys think?
Just skip it.
We'll skip it.
Yeah, I'll do a quick plug. Patreon.com/SquareRoots Podcast. You can find all of our bonus content. We just recently did a bonus episode on Return to Silent Hill. Me and Matt and Johnny.
I can't believe you made me go see that fucking movie in theaters.
This month we will be talking about the end of Fallout Season 2, so keep an eye out for that.
You know what? Let me just say this, listeners. No spoilers for that episode, but I paid myself back for the movie ticket from the Patreon, is all I'm going to say. Because I felt like I should not have spent my own money on it, if you know what I mean.
That's fair.
$13 was enough for me to be like, nah. The patrons are paying
unlucky
for this
numbers.
one.
That's the spookiest movie ticket
It
price
is,
you
it
can
is.
have.
Yeah.
$13. You can find all that great content on our Patreon at the $3 level. Subscribe to the $5 level. You get the ability to vote on games we'll play on the show.
Next
we will have
game will
new
be a vote
coming live very shortly in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that.
I'm sure by the end of February we'll have that vote up. So if you are interested in voting on our episodes, on our games, you should join now.
Yeah. That's it for this episode of Square Roots. If you would like to send us an email that we can read on the air, it's squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. I don't have the notes pulled up, and I totally forgot the whole spiel.
Skeet us at squarerootspod.bsky.social, or find our channel on Discord by emailing us at squarerootspodcast@gmail.com for an invite. Please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Ghana, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks to Stephen Morris for our Square Roots theme. You can find it, Stephen, on YouTube. The link is in the show notes.
All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Matthew Van Zant.
And I'm Vanessa. Bye. See you next time for 500. So exciting. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You dick.